ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you Ethan Klein. Yeah, dude.
Woo!
Good to see you,
Yeah,
brother.
dude. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
you
man.
look good. You're looking healthy. Loving the new tats.
Yeah, it's
And,
it's a good looking new tattoo that I have, and I haven't had any problems with appearing on any of my platforms with my new tattoo.
Right.
Yeah, it's great.
I assume that's ironic. You can't show a penis on YouTube, can you?
Or
Well,
Instagram.
Or you can't even post to Instagram.
I put a very very up close shot of my face on Instagram without issue.
Oh, really?
Go Instagram.
Okay, let's go Zuckerberg. Pro
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah.
How much weight have you lost?
Probably close to 100 pounds.
Are you serious?
Yeah, at least 80. I stopped counting everything. Like, once I went over 250 at my biggest, I stopped counting. So I don't know how big I got.
Wow.
But I
for
know
you.
I'm down to like 175 now.
How'd you do it?
I just stopped eating.
Just stopped eating.
I know that sounds stupid, right? Because I've been trying to lose weight for so long, and I don't know. I've got 3 boys now, and I just feel like a ton of pressure to get healthy.
Wow.
But I've been trying to lose weight for so long. It's like one of the hardest. It's the hardest battle
For sure.
that I've ever been through,
For sure.
and yeah,
Especially like seeing yourself on camera every day, like, fuck, I'm fat.
Yeah.
dude.
People say it to me all the time, like, damn, dude, this
Nah,
guy got
you're-
huge.
nah,
No,
But- but what
I'm up there.
nah. I was so much bigger than you.
What was your heaviest?
Yeah, well,
I
you just-
stopped
Oh,
counting at
you stopped
250.
counting at 250. Yeah, yeah.
But I used to look at pictures of myself now, and I'm even fatter than I thought I was because
For sure.
I just get used to it. And people would be like I had Bradley Martin on. He's like, "You're gonna die by 50." And I was like, "Come on."
Yeah.
But now looking back at it, I was like, "Oh shit, probably
Yeah. You never know.
it was bad." Yeah.
I wonder. I mean, I love Bradley Martin, but I wonder with his protocol. I mean,
He's gonna
doesn't-
kick it before I do. That's what I told him. That's what I tell all these gym rats because all these gym dudes hate me because I made some jokes about exercising. Do you know about this?
I don't, but I know that you've got a lot of pretty vibrant beefs.
Yes, that's a nice way to put it. I think the amount of vibrant beefs it's the tapestry of my life, and at this point, I'm trying to slow down on the beefs, but it's
Okay.
not happening.
How long
Okay.
ago was the Sneeko call out?
Sneeko.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about the gym stuff.
Yeah. So when I was big, I was making a joke about like, dude, you spend an hour on the treadmill every day, right? You do the math on that. That's like 365 hours a year,
Yep.
right? And then you divide that by 24. How many days are we dealing with? Here on my phone. I'll do it for you right now. That's a significant amount of time walking. And my
Right.
thought was maybe you'll get a better return on just doing nothing. Because
Yeah.
instead of that 10 years walking, you could have been fucking playing Xbox.
I spend 40 minutes every single day meditating.
Dude, you could be playing Xbox.
Yeah, I should be.
Well,
Yeah, I should be.
Well, first of all, I was joking. And,
Right.
and then we ended up doing the calculations, and we figured out that it actually is worth the time, if I'm being serious. Because it ends up definitely giving you a lot more life
Right.
than you spend on the treadmill. I'm just crunching the numbers. I'm a numbers guy.
Well, right.
But
the,
so they clipped that, and they put it all over TikTok, and now all these gym rats think I like hate the gym or something. It's very odd.
Yeah,
Very
what is it?
bizarre.
Every hour you spend exercising adds like 3 minutes to your life.
That's kind of what we calculated, yeah.
Yeah. So
and you can
Unless you die of cancer, fucking, you know what I mean?
You can do all kinds
Then you
of
could have been playing Xbox. Sorry.
lots of productive things you can do while walking on a treadmill as well. So I
That's
think
true.
Multitasking is completely
You could play Xbox
You
while on the
actually,
treadmill.
I have done that actually.
yeah. All right. Man, so much to talk about. It's just exciting. But my first question is just that you live in this extravagant gated community, clearly a zone for the ultra wealthy, yet you don't have a cell service here.
I agree.
Why don't rich people in the most wealthy neighborhoods have strong cell service?
I agree. I thought there'd be a senator in here or someone to pull some strings and get a cell tower.
I
But,
couldn't even FaceTime my lady to brag about how I'm going to see my bromance dude.
Oh, we're bromancing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, from when we first met, I described you as my new bromance.
You know, we had a wonderful. We did so many great stuff together when we
Yeah.
first connected. All
Yeah.
the YouTube videos where I cut your nuts off.
Yeah, for sure.
The first podcast you did with us went crazy.
Was
Oh,
that the
did it?
first
Wow.
podcast you guys did when you called out that like kids
Oh,
for
that's
like
right.
flinching in front of their parents? Or
Was that? I don't remember.
You
We
remember
talked
that
about so
video?
much. Yeah, the
no, there was like a family of 5 or something. Like what is it? Like
yeah,
Daddy of Five.
Daddy of
That's what
Five.
the YouTube one was about.
yeah. That one.
And you know, we cut our nuts off, man, and it's on YouTube, so we got away with it.
right? Go YouTube.
Yeah. How are these kids doing now with the Daddy of Five?
They're in jail, all of them.
All of them.
No, I don't. He's still doing it. I believe that.
A YouTube channel?
Who's controlling it? The TV.
That's
Buddy
Isaac
Isaac.
up in the front.
So Isaac, I believe he created a new channel, not Daddy of Five, but Daddy of Four. He lost one to custody.
The Martin family.
It's dropping every year.
Yeah, weren't they like one of the biggest YouTube channels?
I wouldn't say that. He was pretty popular though.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that well. I remember it fondly. I remember how we made contact with each other. I just went down a rabbit hole of H3 YouTube videos. I was like, wow, this guy's great. He's like the internet police,
Yeah.
like busting fake prank people and just it was fantastic. So I sent you a tweet. Said, man, we're like, I love this guy. I'd love to get together with him. And right away I heard back from you, and we've been bros
Oh, yeah,
ever
bro.
since.
You answer that call when Steve-O
Oh,
reaches
man.
out.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
And we've been through a lot too. For example, you blocked me on social media.
did I?
Yes, you did, Steve-O.
What?
That's right.
I don't remember actually blocking
You
you, but
blocked me.
I remember being
Because and
I remember being butthurt by you. I don't remember blocking you, but
I
I'm
know
sure
why.
that sounds right.
But was it because when you FaceTime somebody and Ethan didn't pick up?
No, it had to have been something.
No,
That's
I know
it?
what it was.
Wait, who was it?
I mean, we can cut it out if you guys don't want to talk about
I'm
it. But
here for
you
it.
were at Keemstar's house and you're like, let me settle the beef, and you FaceTime Ethan,
Oh.
and like I think you got pissed.
I don't think I would have cared
Yeah, I don't.
about
I mean,
that.
it certainly.
But I
wasn't a
remember
malicious
what you
thing.
told me at the time because I was thinking like, oh, I should reach out to Steve-O, and I was going to Instagram, and it's like not found.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, what's happened to Steve-O? Is he not on Instagram? They're like, no, he's here. I'm like, oh shit, I'm blocked. So I texted.
So what was it for?
So I texted you, and you're like, we used to text, and I didn't heart your fucking text. I swear to God.
That
You're
checks
like,
out.
You kept me hanging, and which I get.
Maybe
And I-
maybe it was like over and over and over, and I was like, oh, well, if he's not my bro, then he's not my bro.
Yeah. You're like, if you read it, leave a heart, right? And
Oh,
since
wow.
then, by the way, I have changed my texting etiquette. I'm dropping hearts. You might have noticed I dropped one right now.
Dude, that's amazing.
I'm dropping thumbs ups.
Yeah,
It's-
like it's really tragic, like how sensitive I can be.
We all can be so sensitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Steve will drop a heart when you ask him a question. He won't even answer it.
Love that. Yeah. That's a meaningless heart at that
No,
point.
no, no,
right.
no, no, no. If it's a question, presumably a yes or no question, then the heart means
No,
yes.
no.
Yeah.
You guys can confirm.
Oh,
we'll,
yeah.
We'll ask you like, hey, either option A or option B, and you're just like heart.
Thumbs up.
Oh, that's an empty heart.
Yeah,
You're
it's an
just
empty
dropping
heart.
hearts on anything.
Yeah. Well.
Damn.
Yeah. So
You should block him.
So you.
But we made up.
We did.
And
We did.
and I was very sorry that
We made up in spectacular fashion.
we did. I'm very happy that we did.
Sensitive.
Yeah.
But you are embroiled in conflict all of the time.
I think personally I'm sensitive to like how the people around me feel about me, or but when it comes to talking to people on the internet that I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't care what they think. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because
okay.
they don't know me at all. So
Right.
if it's like my crew, my family, my friends, these are the people whose opinions I care about.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you do with like just negativity on the internet in general? Do you try to avoid looking at it?
So, yes, there comes a point where I feel like in every creator's life cycle where you're like, when you start, you're like, comments, everyone's so supportive and it's so fun and I love the comments. And then as you get more popular, you pick up more detractors.
Yeah.
And I feel like every creator comes to a point where you need to decide, are you going to read all these comments and be like in permanent state of despair, or are you going to cut it out and try to live a normal life? And I feel like it's almost like a firewall. Like a lot of creators don't get through it because they get caught up on all the negativity, which is inevitable for everybody. Doesn't matter who you are, right?
Yeah.
And so I see it as like a firewall, really. So I had to adjust. I went through a lot during that time when I was going through all that. I was like bitterly depressed, anxious. Things were tough.
Wait, when you were going through what?
There was just like a first cycle of like people
turning on you.
Yeah. Which now obviously I'm used to that.
Yeah, and if this is uncomfortable for you, then
talk about anything.
Dude, you're the best.
Yeah.
Like if we were to look at a point where that happened, and I'm particularly interested because I reached a point where it's like I gotta just not look at negative stuff.
They're coming for you?
I mean, I don't know if they're coming for me, but
what do they say?
they criticize me for having promoted my merchandise too much. That I'm always trying to sell something. That what else? I had a little run, a press run of like where there were some unfortunate interviews that I did. Like,
I didn't see those.
When you see negative stuff, when I see negative stuff, then I just kind of like, I don't know. I just find myself buying into it and deciding that like I'm not likable. And
you know, here's one thing. No, you're not, dude. Everyone feels that. Here's one way I've rationalized it that I think makes sense. When you're with your friends, you can talk really brutally and over the top about other acquaintances or even other friends. You speak very harshly about them in the company of somebody else that you would never say to them, and you would never want them to hear because it would harm them, and you don't want that.
Right.
So these internet conversations are people having that type of conversation. You're not in the room with them. They don't see you in the room with them. So they have kind of this, it's kind of like say whatever you want as brutally as you want because they don't see you as in the room. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what you
I
mean.
mean,
Plus-
I definitely know what you mean because, like, say if these people were to encounter me in person, they would never. Say this to me.
Everyone is always like as sweet as possible when I meet them in person.
Yeah.
And plus, they say horrible shit like, "Oh, Scott's the worst co-host in the world." I'm like, "Who said that?" And then it's like his name is with no profile and it's ZZXX4. It's like it's not even your name. You're not even like real to me.
Right.
So, but you're allowed to say things about people.
I think we need their address.
That would be. I want to do kind of like a you know when that guy goes into the house with the pedophiles and he's like, have a seat. I want to find the IP address of these people and then and then just like have a seat. You said this to me on this. Like you would never say that to me in person.
I have an anthrax hookup.
Are you allowed to talk about that online?
I'm just saying I might. I don't know.
I've taken the position that like when there's criticism of me with which I agree, that like it really affects me more and it inspires me to want to bring about like constructive change.
Well, that's good because at the end of the day, though, like amongst all the negativity, it's a shame because there is usually genuinely good, constructive points that are being made extraordinarily harshly. Sometimes people are measured and nice about their feedback.
Yeah.
And it's hard as a person with, who's a sensitive person with the, you know what I mean? That gets wounded easily and defensive.
Yeah.
I find myself, I get defensive a lot, and that was part of my large hurdles to progress.
Yeah.
Is that if you could just extract that somehow, without just the slime and the sewage.
I think I did. I think I did extract what was constructive. I identified what I really do want to address.
But is this like people hating on you, like criticism new just because of YouTube? Like when you were in the movies before YouTube even happened, like you never had haters, right? They just saw you on MTV. They couldn't comment. Like,
yeah.
I mean, this is all just YouTube shit. And for you, like, you had a channel that you didn't know was going to blow up this big. So it's like, but you didn't train your whole life to be a journalist or whatever that is. So it's like, this is all just overwhelming. And it's like, fuck, this is out of my control. Like, this is bigger than I ever thought this could be.
That's another thing that you pointed on is that a lot of successful YouTubers are young kids and they get relatively overnight success. I mean, you could, like, Mike come up. Haktua girl, dude. How's she going to survive this, man? You're going to eat her alive. Nah, she'll be fine.
But yeah, sorry to cut you off. What were you saying? These kids are relatively young.
But they're young. They don't, like you said, they don't have the tools to deal with this kind of thing. And it's not super gradual. It's like very fast level of success and money and attention and comments of all variety. And it's hard. It's not a lot of people can like, come out of that unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
I think too that whatever age you become famous at is where you like emotionally stop growing. I've heard that.
Have you found that to be
I mean,
true?
I don't know. Like I was 26 when Jackass
Are you there
came out,
still?
so
Nah.
Perhaps.
Well, you do have a penis on your forehead.
Yeah, that's true. that
I haven't
is-
found that to be true in my case, but it took a lot. Yeah. But now I find the best way to deal with stuff is like open. I don't avoid anything. I'll talk about anything I've fucked up, any embarrassing thing I've done. Like, I don't, instead of like trying to avoid talking about it, it's like I'll talk about it anytime anybody wants to, and I'll just give my full, authentic, thoughts on it. Because a lot of the stuff I did was not good, was horrible.
Okay.
That people are mad at me.
like a lot of stuff. What, just being critical, saying bad things about.
No, just saying like racial slurs and stuff like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah, and yeah, just little light racial slurs. And on the podcast, which is funny at the time, iDubbbz, right?
iDubbbz.
I don't know what.
Oh, really?
Nah.
Can you look it up?
Well, anyway, he was
Mr.
on.
Isaac?
He was back in the day. There was like edgy YouTube when our channel was popular.
This guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he had this phrase, which was the N word and the F word, like slurs for gay people
Yeah.
and black people combined. And I had him on the show, and I was like, "How can you say this? This is crazy." And I said the words instead of being like N word, F word.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that clip, I was like, I love saying N word, F word, and that's one of the clips that's haunted me forever because people go, but I obviously fucked myself by doing that, and I shouldn't have done that. And I think a lot of people too, like if there's some black folks or gay folks in the audience, they might look at that and be like, he's too comfortable doing that. Makes me
Yeah.
uncomfortable, right? And so they're not wrong. Actually, they're not wrong.
I mean, that sounds like an identical situation to what Joe Rogan found himself in with that. There was like a whole montage of him.
Oh, I
saying
remember that. I remember that. And it was all super old, right?
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
And so, but for me, I like to engage with it and be like, that was fucked up,
Right.
There's really no excuse. And I think I understand better how, like, things that I see as completely trivial and silly can actually affect other people. Like, that I don't have access to their identity, like a black person or a gay person.
Right.
Or whatever ethnicity or whatever. That, like, because as a Jewish man, if I'm watching someone and they're just like, oh, you fucking Jew or whatever, like, you're like, I'm just kidding. But, to me, that's like, I don't like that. I don't like hearing that.
Yeah. It's man, when I think about like people being disparaging and hateful towards Jewish people, like it's hard for me to understand like what makes Jewish people different.
I don't know. And frankly, like, there's apparently cabals and secret meetings that I have not got the memo on those. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I grew up like a normal fucking dude to a middle class family, and we were just normal people. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I kind of don't understand the Jewish thing. Although, and then there's another aspect of it though. Like, I was looking it up because I was curious. 10% of all billionaires are Jewish. Why does that happen? I have no fucking idea. I don't know why that happens.
10%.
Well,
Doesn't
and then
seem
like there's like a super high number of like Nobel laureates that are Jewish, and I don't know why that happens, but I have nothing to do with it, and neither is my dad or my mom or any of my siblings. You know what I mean? Like, there's just the conspiracy. I don't know where the conspiracy is. I'm sure there's some interesting sociological explorations you could do about the Jewish people. Like, they, I think, as a culture, put a lot of emphasis on education, on community, and such things. I know a lot of people say, like, back in the day, Christians weren't allowed to loan money, and so the Jews were the only ones allowed to be bankers, which was where some wealth started to accumulate. But I don't know. I'm sure there are interesting sociological answers to that. There are not like the protocols of Zion, you know.
All right.
But I don't know. What do you think? What's with the Jews?
I just don't know.
Go ahead, Theo.
What I want to know, tell me about the Greek theater.
It's great.
Your last podcast was broadcast. What was actually streamed live?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And the Greek theater. I mean, this is like there's a whole movie. Get me to the Greek.
Yeah.
It's an amphitheater. like what does it hold? Like 15,000 people?
No, not that much. 6,000.
Oh, 6,000.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was amazing. I mean, it's so nice to see
And
the turnout and that people actually like are real and that they care.
Yeah.
And that it's not all negativity out there. You know what I mean? Like 6,000 people showed up to participate, and you're like, okay, well, you know, it makes you feel good and it puts things in perspective, you know.
and you have not done a podcast since then. It's been
Right, I'm on break.
10 days. How long's the break gonna be?
I'm back on Monday.
Back on Monday.
Yeah.
So this is the only dose of
Yeah,
Ethan Klein.
if you put it out soon, I think the people will enjoy it.
Oh, this is a big deal.
Well, I don't know if we won't go that far.
This is a big deal.
So do you have different merch at one of these live shows, or do you bring all the Teddy Fresh stuff?
We do both.
You do both.
We actually have you know what a sample sale is?
Yeah.
So we have tons of samples and extra clothes everywhere, and we bring all of it to these live shows and sell it at cost to all the fans. So
Is that an exercise in determining what's going to be the most popular?
no, it's just honestly
of
trying to
inventory.
like getting rid of like tons of inventory and also hooking up the people that like actually want it the most with the best prices. Because it's like we're not even profiting on that stuff. So we do that, and
Is that a Teddy Fresh? The shirt?
this is yeah.
I like that shirt.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You want one? What size are you?
I'm a quadruple X.
Are you for real?
No, XL.
I used to be 2XL.
XL.
XL?
Yeah.
You look good in an XL.
Thank you. I'm down for it.
I'll talk to you afterwards. Give me
Yeah.
your address. I'll send you shit. But yeah, and we make merch for each live show specifically.
Different
like a
merch,
shirt.
different shows.
Yeah, it's like podcast merch. So it's like a shirt and a poster. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
That's great. So the last time that man, I just caught myself. That's great. Like that. That sounded that.
What?
I don't know. I get it in my head.
What, that you
Wait.
thought that was dismissive or
I
something?
thought it was dismissive.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded dismissive.
Well, you know, when you're hosting a podcast, for me, the biggest fear is dead air. And so I'm always trying to keep it moving.
Right. Okay.
Right? So you're like, okay, well, let's move on to something else. And I think
Yeah.
that can sometimes come off as dismissive.
Yeah. And I'm glad I caught that, and I'm glad that we discussed it.
Yeah, anything that comes up, I'd like to get it out in the open.
There we go.
If there's any dead air, I can just interject with, have you seen what's happening with Sketch lately?
Poor guy.
That's, what a shame.
The internet is so weird. You know, Sketch, I just found out about him. He's like this Twitch phenomenon.
These guys have been telling me about Sketch for a little while now.
Yeah, I was listening to his response yesterday, and he's just so genuine, and I was just like, oh, poor guy. Like, he's cute. I mean, it's like he was sincere, and it was the
Yeah.
whole, like, I mean, how can you hate the guy?
Can you help me understand before yesterday? I think that it was yesterday that this all came out. Like, what was he so huge as a streamer for doing?
He was just, everybody liked him, you know, what's up, brother? And he just kind of became a phenomenon.
He's like into sports, and I think he resonated a lot with the sports fans because he was
Sports, like esports gaming?
no, like actual like
Oh, actual
NFL and
sports,
stuff like
okay.
that.
Yeah,
No,
all the
not-
NFL
yeah.
players love him. They all got his back. He's at the games.
Yeah, so he's just like a really funny, kind of goofy in a good way, you know what I mean, guy, young dude, and I think what people is endearing about him too is just like how he didn't try to become. He's like not someone who's like, I want to be famous and I want all this attention. He very much just like ended up like that just because of his personality, and I don't know what happened. Like someone leaked that he was doing OnlyFans videos.
Yeah, I think
previously?
somebody dug up his past and just dropped the
I
whole
thought he
lot
was
of-
a young guy. How old is
He's
he?
20.
So 2 years ago,
So
he
it
was
was
18.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And what was he? He was blowing a dude. I heard.
Blow-
Yeah, I guess
and-
he had an OF page.
That's
and,
awesome.
He said he had addiction problems. That's why he was doing it.
Oh well, that's not awesome.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah,
He's
super
doing-
sad, yeah.
So, but either way, it's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, shit. People love sucking dick. Like a lot of people, you know. There's nothing to be ashamed of for that.
I mean, it's just incredible to me notable how everybody's really seems to be just rallying behind the guy.
Yeah. I think at first the trolls came out and they're like, this is disgusting, whatever. I think in the sports world, not the majority by far, but I think a lot of them are very conservative, you know, kind of
Straight male.
white straight male type of vibes. And I think a lot of them could be a little nasty about it, but I was happy to see and not surprised at all that once it came out in the broader audience that the support for him is just overwhelming, which is good because watching him talk about it, he was like, he sounded like just in a horror, like, come on, dude, do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with sucking a cock every now and then, or frequently even.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Daily.
God bless,
As
man.
much as you want. Yeah,
As
do
much
it.
as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that pop up on X, but I also are you not on X? I haven't seen you post.
I'm retired.
Retired. How
Yeah.
come?
Because I fucking hate Twitter, dude.
It's gnarly.
And I'm not calling it X. I refuse.
X, yeah, Twitter.
Twitter was when it was good. I mean, it truly and genuinely has turned into
It's gnarly.
People were like being alarmist about it at first, like, oh, Elon's taking over. It's going to turn into like a tiki torch rally. And it did. Like the amount of racism, anti-Semitism, bigotry, hate that I see like on my feed every fucking time I was there. I felt like 4chan just like is on the
Wow.
main page of the internet now.
It's so crazy how people have different experiences on different platforms. Like for me, Twitter's always been like this what Reddit is for you, and it's vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we brought up and we were looking at the comedy is dead thing where you changed your name to Elon Musk and
Oh yeah, they got banned and
posted warm things about Jeffrey Epstein.
his good friend Jeffrey Epstein. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Let's see.
Dear friends, supporters, and haters alike. This evening with terrible news. I've been permanently banned on Twitter.
Yeah,
by the
we don't need
supposed
to-
free speech
So-
I mean, are you
boycott.
looking at that and you're like, God, I was so overweight then? Or do you even look at that
It's
anymore?
hard to tell. I was just doing a silly, weird angle, but I'm sure I was then. But like at the time, this is when he started selling check marks,
Oh,
and there
right,
was
right,
no
right.
fucking way to verify anyone's identity, and it was the dumbest thing ever. So I impersonated Elon Musk and started saying all this crazy shit because according to his own rules, that was fine. And then he fucking banned me.
Wow.
He did?
Yeah, I got unbanned like 6 months later or something.
Were you ever a Tesla driver?
I was.
Not anymore.
I don't anymore, just because I'm interested in like what's on the market. I lease. I don't like to buy.
Okay.
So I like to. There's so many options now.
Are you strictly EVs or you
At the moment, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean that you're on the Lucid program?
No, I have a BMW SUV that's fully electric,
Wow.
and Ela has the Porsche Cayenne. Is that how you say it? That's fully electric, and so those are great. Those are fun. These are people that have 100 years in making cars, and Tesla. I mean, I appreciate what they did for the market, but I don't think their cars are that special. And frankly, did you hear about all the recalls with the Cybertruck, like the gas pedal being stuck down on full
Is that
blast?
true?
It's absolutely
That's a true thing?
They had to recall every single
Because
one.
I heard a lot of the recalls were just an easy update on the computer and it fixed a lot of it. But
That's the trunk one. It was smashing people's fingers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the trunk wouldn't stop. So that was a separate one. But the other one was they had to fix something with the gas pedal. Pull up the video. There's a guy who's like,
At the-
dude, I almost died. Look at
At the
this.
car wash and then it slipped forward.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, whatever. What the fuck is this video?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it seems that Tesla's having a little bit of a tough time right now.
But do you
That's
think so
right.
though, or is it just because people aren't a fan of Elon? Because I mean, their stock is just crushing right now.
Tesla?
Tesla's
They're
stock is-
craving. They're catering.
they're-
Cratering. I mean.
No, they're crushing. Their stock
Hold on,
is
hold on,
up in a
hold on.
huge
Yeah,
way, and it's look at their stock. Go to the last
Well, no, go to 5 years.
5 years. They're back at par.
No way. Oh shit, they are way up.
Yeah, and I think and they're like second quarter
I didn't
delivery.
know about that.
They
that.
beat their
Wow.
second quarter deliveries, and I just think a lot of people hate on Elon Musk. So a lot of the stuff that people say is like super negative on Tesla.
I mean, okay.
I think it's a little to do with that, but mostly I think it's just the competition. Like for the longest time, he
the
was the
Rivian.
only game. He was not just Rivian. I'm talking every major. Volvo has beautiful all electric cars. Mercedes,
Porsche,
BMW,
yeah.
Porsche. Like they're all going in, and they're making beautiful cars as well.
Now, all three of us here, Vinny, Scott, me, we all drive the the budget Tesla.
No.
Oh, you
that's-
guys
Model
you
Y.
guys teamed up?
Yeah,
Yep.
but who was first? I was.
I mean, if you get the fancy.
That's awesome. You guys cruise together?
We're in a car club.
That's awesome. Which colors?
Gray,
Gray.
white, and red.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the Y is not the budget. The Y is
No,
like
no,
the
the
mid.
Y, the Y, the X would be the fancy one.
The
Yeah.
3
Y
is the budget. No, 3 is the budget.
Not well.
So,
Y is the budget X, and
Budget
3
plus.
is the budget S.
Okay, yeah.
oh, so you guys drive the Y?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
drive the Y.
Nice.
And when Scott bought it, he was first. What did you pay for it?
70.
And then
You
I,
paid
and I,
70
I,
for
Wait,
it?
what?
I bought
Yeah.
it like a year
During
later.
the pandemic,
What?
I
oh,
bought-
shit.
Yeah, I bought it a year later, and it was
like 48.
no. I think it was more like 60. And then now,
I just bought it for 40.
okay,
Brand new.
so
That's what I thought it cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
prices dropped over the last 30 days. Now you can get a Model Y for 34,000.
Holy
So
shit.
Yeah.
So that's a great value for a new car that's all electric. Like, that's a good buy.
it's just crazy to me that with their prices dropping so much, that would seem to indicate that they're in trouble. How can they be like not able to charge half
Oh,
of what
it's-
they used to, yet their stock's going up?
It's just price and demand. It doesn't change their bottom line. It's like during the pandemic, there was shipping containers were being stopped everywhere. There was massive delays. There wasn't a lot of cars that they could make because of that. So at the end of the day, they could easily be profiting more on the volume.
Yeah, and I think-
regardless of the price.
Yeah, and I think Elon ultimately just wants everybody on the road to have Tesla, so he's like making it affordable for normal people.
And I think they're coming
Yeah.
out this week with a conference on or a keynote speech on the robotaxi. So like robotaxi is going to be up and running, I think, hopefully by the end of the year, if not next year.
Nice. Let's get some more people out of work, baby. Those goddamn
Yeah,
taxi
well.
drivers.
Yeah, but the
they're entitled, and
robotaxi-
it's time to teach them a lesson.
People who own Teslas could sign your car up to be a robotaxi.
That's-
So like when you're away, you could have your car work for you.
To me, that sounds.
Well,
I don't know, because it's like I'm gonna buy the car and then I'm gonna loan it back to them. It's like they own your ass
They
in
own
every
your
ass.
fucking
For
way.
sure.
well, it's kind of like the VR people. What is it at Costco, or they have VR like grocery checkout now that they're at home working
Oh,
and they're
shit.
checking people out and they're
Wait,
just
For real?
what?
Yeah,
Really?
Where is that happening?
virtual supermarkets. So you can like talk to people.
That's weird.
Yeah, like you're at your home, like doing customer service at the grocery market for people that are shopping there.
But how is that better than just being like Ralphs.com and ordering what you want?
I think because people are able to go in there and shop.
But that's just
And
odd.
if you have a question, it's like, "Hi, how may I help you?"
Oh, you
That's gonna
talk
be
to
aisle
people.
7. Yeah,
Huh.
My
It's maybe
lady-
fun for a minute, for a time or two.
I think they're paying like 16 an hour.
My lady's part of of an app where she is the eyes for blind people. Or
What?
people who can't see so good.
Or at all.
Or at all. And there's an app like Be My Eyes.
Whoa.
And so I'll be with my Be My Eyes app.
What is that?
And so my lady will just like her phone will go off, and then all of a sudden like she'll pick up a FaceTime call, and it'll be somebody who can't see so good asking for help, and my lady will tell them what's going on. And every time she does it, it warms my heart. I love it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, my girl's a
Is
volunteer.
that, is that a gig or it's a volunteer thing?
It's a volunteer.
Oh,
thing.
that's so cool.
She does it completely
That's
for
so
free.
nice.
Yeah. She's
How do they verify they're
That's cool.
blind?
I like
Can I
that.
use that service?
She's just lazy.
Like like they're gonna have to start requiring proof.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna exploit the shit out of that.
Do a whole segment on
Ah,
that.
dude, what's happening here?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's crazy, the future of AI and automation, and we're not too far off from.
No, things are happening fast, and I'm on ChatGPT all the time. Like, this thing has replaced Google for me.
Yeah.
wow.
And it's so much better. Like, the access I have to information is insane now, and that technology is moving so fast that I think in the next 10 years, the things are going to be unrecognizable almost.
I mean, there is a guy that went online. He's like, let me just show you how easy it is to make money off of ChatGPT. And he's like, what's the best Amazon business I can get into? And he's like, okay, he did that. And they were like, oh, you can sell these products. And they gave you a list of products. And he's like, okay. And he chose creatine. And he's like, okay, what's a great website where I can get this website made for free? He did that, clicked a couple. Within 1 hour, he had a working website on Amazon making like a $10 profit off creatine.
That's awesome. Yeah, it can do everything. Like, everything. I don't know if, do you use it?
We asked ChatGPT what we should ask you.
Ethan Klein from HP Pods mentions appreciation for ChatGPT due to several reasons. Is that right? How does it knows I'm talking about it?
Yep.
I don't like that.
Well,
You're not supposed to listen. Entertainment, content creation, interaction, exploration of AI. That's right.
can you ask ChatGPT what is Ethan Klein's problem with Logan Paul?
Okay. I mean, it should be easy to answer if it knows.
Ethan Klein has voiced several criticisms of Logan Paul over the years, which have led to a contentious relationship. Some of the key issues Ethan Klein has had with Logan Paul include controversial behavior, perceived lack of accountability, content and conduct, feuds, and drama.
Ask explain number one in more detail, or list the controversies. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
I love this shit, dude. Logan, Suicide Forest, we love it. They're talking about the body still, fantastic.
You thought that
tasering dead rat. That's kind of an underground one. Disrespectful in Japan, bird box challenge.
What's wrong with tasering a dead rat?
Well, he's dead.
The problem was that I don't think he started alive. It was very sick the way he did it. Maybe it was dead, but he was at the time making vlogs for like 12-year-olds. And he's like, oh, it's a dead rat. And he just started like tasering the body for like, it's just very, you don't see Blippi tasering dead rats. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not exactly, this is a little weird. Yeah.
Maybe Family of Five tasers dead rats, but not.
What do you make of this Logan Paul suing CoffeeZilla? Like, all he had to do was just not apologize for the initial thing.
It's truly one of the dumbest, most pathetic things I've ever seen in my life. He got through it. He was fine. He didn't have to do that. He already made a video being like, oh, I'm not going to sue him.
Right. Exactly. He said it would make no sense to sue
And he was right at the time. And he bitched out so fucking hard when he was like, you're going to need a lawyer. You're going to need it. And that was the worst response video I've ever seen. And then the very next day, he's like, I'm sorry. He's the man. Thank you to him. And now he's suing him. And I read the complaint, and it is just so pathetic. He has no chance of winning. None. No chance. Coffee will get rid of that in an anti-slap in like a month. Mm-hmm. It's so pathetic. Like
he was saying, he did a video for him for more views and clout and AdSense revenue or something like that.
By the way, which none of that is in any way, shape, or form illegal, or even unethical. Frankly, what he says is, to summarize, it goes, I was in this business with these two guys. They both ended up being prolific scammers.
Yep.
I'm not a scammer though. And so Coffee called me a scammer, even though I was involved in CryptoZoo, which was being run by two prolific scammers and ended up being a scam. He goes, you can't call me a scammer because
he's a victim.
Because I'm a victim. Even though he was the owner, spokesperson, it's like he undermines his own argument in the fucking briefing. Because you can't say, you defame me by calling me a scammer, but in another breath being like, for being involved in an organization that was a scam. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. I don't know how he found a lawyer to even write that up. It's embarrassing.
You think he even did get a lawyer to write that up, or he just went off the cuff and did
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Honestly,
people are using ChatGPT for legal problems
try this.
now.
Try Ethan wants to Logan Paul wants to sue Ethan for defamation. Can you write up a complaint brief for the state of California for defamation?
Wow.
Let's see.
Wow, you're good at this.
Well, I'm in a lawsuit. I've been sued.
I'm just so impressed.
Certainly.
A hypothetical
dude,
draft
they've got
complaint.
the format and everything.
Wow.
So that's what he did probably, because it is not good. Logan Paul, they're doing all the parties, jurisdiction.
Dude, this is
general
insane.
Allegations, defamatory statements. Let me see. Alleging the plaintiff engaged in unethical and illegal behavior. This is what he did to Coffee. Accusing plaintiff of exploiting sensitive situations for personal gain. Stating that plaintiff has not shown genuine remorse for past mistake. There you go, dude. Boom. That's basically the quality of the one he sent CoffeeZilla. It's like, I'm sad and upset because you were mean to me.
Well, I mean, it would seem that this is an even better one.
Potentially, yeah. I'm compelled. You might want to send this one over to my guys.
Man, it's amazing. You said that you have been in lawsuits. You are a prolific.
Oh my God, bro!
Like you're a hero of the First Amendment.
I don't want that.
You don't?
I don't want that job. I don't want that title. I want everyone to leave me the fuck alone.
Isn't that like a change of tune where you've been quite proud? Like just there was a recent lawsuit with, I believe it was Brendan Schaub.
Oh, they cited my case against
They
him?
cited your case, and you seem to be quite proud about
So
that.
So the big one was I got sued, must have been 10 years ago by now, by this dude, Matt Haas, who we made a video making fun about. And it was a long, drawn-out fucking pain in the ass. It was like a year. It took a year. It cost us a whole bunch of money. And we ended up winning. And it got published as case law. So if you go to copyright.gov and you go to fair use, it's one of a few cases that's on there.
Right.
Great. Now I'm being sued by a billionaire named Brian Kavanaugh for defamation. And it's been going on for 3 fucking years.
Does that stress you out getting sued, or is it just kind of like you're not even paying attention to it at this point?
3 years, dude. You know what I mean? I don't think it... From the day to day, it doesn't bother me. You know, it's been too long. And my thing is, whatever happens is I'll deal with whatever happens. I'll deal with it. I think we're going to win, personally. But we'll do what we need to do. You know what I mean?
Do you worry about lawsuits wiping you out financially, or is there...
That's a weird... So, not really. Because reasonably, like, the most damage he could get wouldn't be enough to wipe me out.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I look at, like, Alex Jones, I mean, his was obviously a fringe
Was it
case.
1.5 billion?
Yeah,
That's what he owes?
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
But so at first I was like, why are they even doing that? That's silly. He doesn't have 1.5 billion. But I watched a documentary about it on, I think it was HBO Max.
I watched that
and
same
I was like, that
documentary.
rat, fuck, he deserved it.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
that documentary on HBO.
He was such a fucking rat.
I mean, just the idiocy. He was so dumb.
Yeah. So at first he got busted, and they started suing him. But I think when he really fucked up is during the lawsuit, he kept talking about it, doubling down on the claims, targeting the victims, targeting the judge.
Right.
And they were like, so their case evolved into this, like, the only way to actually get him to stop harassing and
punish him.
defaming is to
Through punitive damages.
is to make sure he can never work again, that he can never make another shop again.
How do you pay 1.5? Like, what do you do?
So they're liquidating his studio. They're taking all of his shit, and he'll never repay 1.5 billion, but they can garnish his wages forever.
The rest of his life.
It's like he's just fucked.
Yeah.
Him and Rudy Giuliani, huh?
Oh, Rudy. I love Rudy. I love him.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, in that documentary, Alex Jones is going into the actual courtroom, like, during the trial, and they're presenting to him things that he said, like, an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like, earlier today
Yeah.
on your show, you said this.
You said, somebody please kill the judge, or something. I don't know. Not that crazy, but
The Truth versus Alex Jones?
very good. And then the other crazy thing I learned is that there was a crazy profit motive, because the day before Sandy Hook, he has this shop, and he sold, like, I don't know.
Supplements.
Yeah, supplements, whatever it is. He sold like $20,000-$30,000, a lot of money. The day after, and I don't know the exact number, so, but, and then the day of Sandy Hook, when he started doing the false flag stuff, he made like $400,000. That jump in one day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
So,
Okay, so the last time that I was on your H3 show, and by the way, thank you for having me on.
of course.
I revealed to you that there's somebody in my inner circle who is just a rabid fan of yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
We did a FaceTime with him.
Okay.
And you...
Wait, I think
yeah, he's
got him-
a super fan of yours. You showed him a prolapsed anus.
Oh, so he got a preview of that.
I reached out to him today about questions for you.
Oh, nice.
He begged to come, and I said, well,
Today
we're-
he begged to come?
Yeah.
You didn't let him?
I said,
I would have loved to have met you, whoever you. I
said-
remember you. You're great.
You don't want to say his name?
I said, it's Eli.
Okay.
I said that we were going to your house and that it just wouldn't be appropriate for me to bring
Okay.
to your house, which I feel pretty strongly about. I apologized if it made me a big-time dickhead for asking him for help with the interview when I would know that he would
Right.
come.
You wouldn't bring him.
Yeah, he said not a big time dickhead. He said he's happy for a shout out, and he insists that his life is good. Okay.
Okay. Wow. There's a lot of qualifying going on here. Is he okay? Is he okay? Is he fine? Okay.
He wants me to ask: is Oliver Tree actually a pussy? And be careful because Oliver Tree
You know
and I
that
are
guy?
so tight.
Take a minute.
I'm the one guy who
He's not a
broke through.
pussy. He's the whole fucking pound.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
He is the lowest of low lives.
Oh wow.
He is such an untalented hack. And I wish only bad things for him. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Wait. Why? Eli wants to know why do you think you can't get to 3 million subs?
Oh, come on, Eli. Why would you ask me that? Eli, you bastard. Fuck you. Refuse to state.
Okay. He says, what happens when you see creators in real life that you've made fun of?
Oh, we throw down. No, actually, it doesn't happen that much because I don't leave my house very often. The first time it happened, people always make fun of me because I tell this story all the time. But I made this video about Logan Paul's. He did the colorblind glasses.
All right, I
yeah.
remember
And
that.
so, and then I went to like a notch party. You know that Minecraft guy?
Okay.
And I saw Logan Paul in the second floor. He had like this bright red Mustang on display, which I guess was some collectible. And Logan was looking at it. And I walked up and said, "Hey, Logan, what's up? What color is that car?" And he was like, I've imagined what I would say to you if I ever ran into you.
Oh, he grabbed you. He grabbed your
No,
shirt.
he didn't, but he did like this.
Oh.
He's like, I've been wanting to fucking confront you. I thought I'd tell you something like you have pubes on your face. That's all he had.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, nice seeing you, bro. I expected him to be cool and like if we talked and connected, maybe we could squash the beef. I think a lot of people I've had beef with, we come around to like a nice, healthy, mutual respectful relationship. A lot of people actually in my friends of the show that we've made up with. So honestly, it's only happened twice. One was with Logan Paul, which obviously he's a psychopath, so he's incapable of feeling. But the other one was XQC, which he's a popular streamer, and I saw him at like the Streamy Awards, and he was super cool. And we chatted, and he was very nice. Yeah, he was very nice.
Okay.
And we kind of just, we talked.
Do you have a dream guest for your podcast?
A dream guest.
Like,
I guess
Brad
not,
Pitt?
because I haven't really been like thinking about it that much.
Yeah.
Our show's not so much guest
Yeah.
oriented anymore.
It would seem that Eli's question has become a little bit more contentious and controversial as his list.
Okay, Eli.
Go to the very
How do you
bottom.
top that 3 million one?
That was actually his first question. So he says, what's the most ridiculous reason a sponsor has given for backing out?
There hasn't been any. The problem is that it's the same clips. It's like the one of me saying slurs, of me, saying terrible things about this group or that group. All of them are super old,
Right.
because I feel like I've grown and, reformed and changed. But, so it's usually the same thing. They just, they get the dossier.
That seems to be a reference to what I would call the sponsor wars, right? Where you tried to incite your following to attack another.
This is
creator's-
Keemstar propaganda.
Keemstar
Yeah, that's still
propaganda.
bullshit.
Okay, good.
Keemstar, he's such a rat, dude. You're friends with him?
I'm.
It's okay. I don't judge
It's
you.
not- no, what-
Yeah. There's people I like that are friends with
No,
him.
you were at his house one time to film something because it was like
yeah,
a block away.
2017, and this was when I tried to FaceTime and you didn't pick up, and then I didn't hear from you ever again.
Oh.
you never
Did
responded.
Keemstar influence the block?
I mean, I didn't
it
know
was-
I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know.
That was it because then they put it on their vlog, and then you thought that Ethan saw that, and that's why he wasn't responding.
I
That's not what happened, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I didn't know you were with.
I'm not. I mean,
I
don't-
would have, though. If I knew, I would have blocked you first.
I don't have a lot of communication with him. I've never taken a position of being against him
I c-
or for him.
Listen, I like him in a weird way because we've talked about him so much, and he's given us so much content over the years. And in a sense, I appreciate the content that he brings us. And I feel like I know him so well because of just talking about him for so long. However, the advertising wars was pure propaganda. He had like a G Fuel cup on his desk.
Yeah.
Well, he always did. That was like a fixture of his set.
Yeah.
He was like the G Fuel guy. And I was showing clips of like him. There was a clip this horrible story about this dude Etika, which I don't want to get into, but he ended his own life.
Oh.
And so there's a clips of Keemstar talking to him in ways that some would consider not helpful in that situation. And I'm putting that very mildly for everybody. And so I'm watching this clip in a video, and I'm like, oh man, like, and just totally unplanned and aside, like, dude, oh, G Fuel, like suicide brought to you by G Fuel. Because it's like his whole thing is plastered with G Fuel. That's all I did. And so, I guess they saw that, and he hasn't had G Fuel. But that's kind of more on his fault than mine, I feel like. Okay. But other than that, I've never called anybody's sponsors out.
Okay, good.
Let's FaceTime him.
I'm glad that we cleared that up. Now, last.
It's anti-Semitic propaganda.
Good.
I think he hates Jews. I've heard that.
We want to clarify that as a joke.
Who wants to clarify that? No, I think he hates Jews.
That's an opinion.
That's a statement of fact. That's an objective fact. The sun shines, water is wet, and Keemstar hates Jewish people.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last question from Eli. He says you went from being kind of let's call it slightly conservative or libertarian YouTuber to a liberal, progressive, woke one.
I hate the fucking moniker of libertarians. Those are like the. Is there any libertarians here?
Mm-mm.
I think this is a very presumptuous question here.
I know what he's getting at, though. I know what he's getting at.
All right. How did your views change?
Oh, you don't want me to answer that one?
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just saying, how did your views change and what caused them to change and what's the biggest backlash?
So here's the thing. Looking back, I can understand why people thought I was conservative. Libertarian is like, I think being a libertarian is a mental illness.
I understand
I genuinely
libertarian
do.
to believe pro-marijuana, and that's all I know about them.
No, everybody's pro-marijuana now. It just means like as little government intervention as possible to the point where like I've heard libertarians talking about like they want to make their own commune and their own society with their own rules and regulate. And then when you start talking to them long enough, they just reinvent society. Because,
that's what happened in Kent, Washington, and it was a disaster.
Okay, so
anyway,
he's off the mark on libertarian, but you were a little bit more conservative.
So, in my opinion, I was never open about my politics at all. But I feel that I've always been had the same opinions politically. I've always been a social democrat-minded, traditional kind of liberal values guy, always. And
I think that's what makes sense to me. I was surprised by this this stance of Eli's.
I had somehow courted, unintentionally, a lot of conservative audience. I think because there was like a span of a year or two where like social justice warriors videos I made went huge, like making fun of some of these more ridiculous social justice warriors, and it courted a lot of conservative fans that thought I was one of them because I never talked about my politics. And I had some conservative people on, like Jordan Peterson was on the show a bunch.
Oh yeah, you had a very big falling out with him, huh?
Yeah, he's crazy though. And a shot of apple cider almost put him in a coma. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's not possible, is it?
Is this true?
Yeah, that's what he says.
The Jordan Peterson beef was intense. Did that ever get sorted out?
No, I don't think that's sortable. Dude, he says, I'm like two minds with Jordan. Like, on one hand, there's like a good side to him. Years ago, he was more about like self-help and stuff.
Right,
and now he
that's
works
how
for
I know him.
Yeah, and he was fun to talk to, and he was kind of, it was very cool. But now he works for the Daily Wire, you know what I mean? And he's just full-on culture war, like anti-trans. He hates he's like he thinks global warming is a conspiracy to sell shit, that it's fake. Like Jordan Peterson, who's a psychologist, has an opinion on the fucking weather patterns of the Earth, and he's telling everybody that it's a fake, it's a conspiracy, and it's not real.
Wow.
And it's like, who the fuck? Who is this person? So he became really, really nasty. And one of the turning points for me that was just like the really big one was like, I don't know if you remember, he was going after Elliot Page, and he was saying like just the nastiest, hateful fucking
He tweeted
shit.
something about her with when she posed topless.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you made funny videos kind of criticizing like super woke justice warriors for being ridiculous,
Yeah.
and that ingratiated you to the right.
Yeah.
When in fact you were never really right. And then more as particularly with podcasting, you just kind of like reveal who you actually are, and you've been revealed to have been more left leaning and liberal.
So one of the biggest like exoduses from our fan base, I think, is a response to that. That I started talking about politics, and I started like one of the worst fucking things we ever went through was when PewDiePie. You remember he had his gamer moment on the bridge, and he called someone the N-word in the game.
Ooh.
He got killed, and he's like, "You N-word with the hard ER," right? I was like, and I dared to go on my show and be like, I didn't think that was a good thing he did. And everybody lost their fucking mind, dude. Obviously, people call me a hypocrite because I had said that word myself.
Right.
Although, in my opinion, calling someone it in an act of like anger, directing it towards someone is different than using it in the context of a conversation, although neither of them are as good. That's kind of like the floodgates opened. Like, I wasn't one of them, and you should be able to say the N-word online when you're angry. Or it's just not a big deal.
Wow.
And like, he was the #1 creator.
What's going on with him these days?
He's like retired, and good for him. And by the way, just to be clear, I'm friends with him. I like him. He apologized for it. He made a really good apology, and I thought he did good. So I mean, in a sense, I'm agreeing with him, right? But he's doing well. He's retired. He's living in Japan with his wife. He just had a kid. He's doing good.
That's great.
Does his channel still make money? I'm sure, right? It's still active.
He still posts like once a week
on his YouTube.
Yeah, he still makes. He definitely still-
Semi-retired.
But he's mega fucking rich, dude.
Yeah.
He's worth, if I had to guess,
I think he's
at
worth.
least $100 million.
I think he's worth more than Mr. Beast.
No, Mr. Beast is a whole another level of.
Didn't he just sell his channel for $1 billion, or is that not true?
No, I
He's-
think that somebody offered him $1 billion.
Yeah, someone offered
I
him
think
$1 billion.
Disney might have.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
man.
so low. There's no shot that's not triple that size.
Who's the richest YouTuber ever? Go up.
It's
That's gotta be
Beast.
Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Jeffree Star's
Whoa.
200.
I don't understand that. He sold that much makeup.
It sells a lot of makeup.
200
That's
million
crazy.
fucking dollars.
Jake
That's-
Paul is on the list.
Jake,
Who's like Nastya?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
That's amazing. Jeffree Star.
What?
Go-
It's one of these kid channels.
Oh, dude, check out Miss Rachel's net worth. Do you know about Miss Rachel? Do you
I
have
think
your
I've seen
kids
some of her
watch them?
videos, yeah.
I mean, her
She plays
videos
guitar
get
and sings.
billions.
Do they really? I
There's
didn't
no
realize-
way she's worth 10. Miss MISS. Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
There's no way because her YouTube channel, some of the videos have billions of views on them.
You know about Crazy Frog?
No.
Go to Google and type Crazy Frog.
On
It's
politics.
gonna blow your mind.
I've
Watch
seen
this.
that guy.
Just click that one at the top. Look how many views it has.
4 billion.
4.6 billion views.
I mean, what kind of money do you make on that?
For a video that short, probably. The rate is not good, but I mean, it's 4.6 billion views.
It's like what, $2,000,
Is that looks like
million?
a pretty
Yeah.
family friendly channel.
880 million.
Okay, so are you of the mind that Joe Biden should drop out of the race?
Ooh, spicy question. I think personally that there's just not enough time to find a good replacement candidate.
I mean, it's been explained that it can only really be Kamala because they've raised so much money in campaign money. And,
It's like
and-
$200 million. It's crazy.
Right, and if they make it Kamala, then they have that money because
The thing is,
she's on
voting
the
for
ticket.
Biden is essentially voting for Kamala because he's going to die. he's gonna die.
He's not good.
Yeah.
He doesn't look good.
I mean,
But like honestly, I would vote for a coffin. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's pretty
Over Donald Trump.
It's pretty incredible that they can't come up with anybody better.
That is definitely true on both sides of the aisle. It's like I'm so fucking tired of this gerontocracy. Like old people in the Congress, everybody's so fucking old. Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, they're all like 80, dude.
Mr. Beast said he'd run if they raised the if they lowered the age. Did you see
35
that?
is the minimum. Yeah, isn't that bullshit? Like like you can serve at 80, but my boy Mr. Beast can't become president.
Yeah, that's why JFK was the youngest.
I'm giving away Type in Mr. 100
Beast.
million
Comments on
boxes
president.
of soup to the homeless.
I mean, can you imagine if they did that and Mr. Beast
Well,
about
Mr.
this?
Beast is only 26 years old.
How about this? I'm sending 1 million troops across the sea to invade Europe.
Or it's like, over in a war zone, see how long you can hold your finger on this tank for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it.
I mean, what is this coming to, though? It's like the movie Idiocracy.
100%.
It's like,
It is.
okay, so Mr. Beast becomes 35 and then he's president because he has so many YouTube subscribers that, like, they all vote for him.
Donald Trump's the most idiocracy president pretty much there is, right?
Who was the president in that movie? It was Terry
Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
I guess that's like more like The Rock becoming president. Which, by the way, he said, dude, I'm so sick of The Rock. I want something soft. I'm done with hard rocks. He's in every fucking movie. Nothing against the guy.
I mean, it seems
How
that,
many
that a lot
Instagram
of people
followers does
do
The Rock
have some criticism
He's
of him.
just in every fucking movie.
I mean, look at how many he has. 397 million Instagram followers. I mean, can you imagine if half of them voted for him as president? I mean, that he would win.
I don't think Rock has got it in him. He's too phony baloney. I don't think he'd resonate. He's too like everything he does is so polished and thought out. You know, people want someone who's more genuine these days.
Followed by Skinny Vinny.
Yeah.
You follow The Rock?
Yeah.
Does he motivate you to work out and
No.
then eat 4 plates of chocolate chip cookies on a cheat day?
Anything negative you want to say about Sneeko?
Why do you bring up Sneeko? I mean, I do.
I
but-
saw a video of you calling him a beta bitch boy, and that you guys were supposed to debate, and he turned it down.
Oh yeah, he bailed. He's such a loser. I mean, it's almost not even worth talking about. He's just the biggest fucking loser on the YouTube space. Like, the dude cried. He's like a Holocaust denier,
Oh, man.
and a bigot, a homophobe, a transphobe.
I mean, he's only 25 or something. What's him with Moist Critical? We just had Moist Critical on the pod.
Yeah, I saw that. They had a beef, basically. I mean, he has had a lot of.
You don't want to beef with Charlie.
No, definitely
You
not.
do not want to beef with Charlie.
That's not a beef that people should not pick up. But he like is so obsessed with masculinity and like not being a cuck. The dude he went to a sex party and a dude teabagged him while his girlfriend was getting railed.
What, did he talked about that?
Yeah, it's one of the best internet clips. In fact, I'd love it to watch it with you guys. It's so fucking good. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. But if your whole persona is like alpha male, calling everyone a cuck and all this shit.
Yeah, he had some pretty mean things to say about Sketch.
Did he really?
Yeah.
See, I've been off the
that's
internet.
right.
He's such a
Yeah.
scumbag.
He did.
What did he say?
He came out yesterday saying negative things about
Yeah.
Scott. That's right.
Let's Google Sneeko sex party story. This is, oh God, I love this clip so much.
He's a swinger with his girl.
I think it's that one. Wait, go back. There's just a reaction video. That one? Or that one? Yeah, that's it, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember this.
Oh, this is so
Yeah, I remember this one.
I can go and once in a while.
it's
use a
actually longer than I
condom
thought. It's
and,
14 minutes, but
one-night stands,
check it
whatever,
out. It's
and then she
super
can go on
good.
dates. Sex
And his friends are like, what the fuck? They're like,
Yeah.
why are you saying this?
I'm familiar with this one.
And the stuff that he's divulging, he's like, I couldn't watch my girl get rammed, so I went in the bathroom by myself. And they're like, was she liking it? And he's like, yeah, she was like pulling on his dick and saying, fuck me harder.
Oh my God, I'd cry.
And like, it was the most cucked fucking shit ever, dude. And
Wow.
this guy, he's such a loser. I don't know. I haven't talked about him in a while. I mean, I don't
Or
really
what's your take on Neon? Are you familiar with
I don't know a
Neon?
lot about him. He seems like a little douchebag, but I don't know a lot about him.
I feel like he's getting a lot of hate. He just called out Nate Diaz. I mean, I don't know if some of this stuff is fake of what, like, because he called out Nate Diaz at the press conference, and then Nate Diaz's whole crew chased after him, and he was, like, screaming for help, and I see him pop up everywhere.
I checked that out, and it seemed to
Be true.
it seemed to be real.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not calling that fake.
He's part of like this. He's like an Aiden Ross dick rider, and Aiden Ross is another kid who I thought was a nice Jewish boy when I first met him, but he's like a Tate. He's a Tate dick rider. You have two fucking levels of dick riding here, which I like to keep it to one level of dick riding.
Right.
It's like Inception of dick riding. Just gets messy.
I mean, what's the difference between a streamer like they do and like a YouTuber? Or, I mean, is there a difference? I mean, because what you do is, you know, you do interviews and podcasts you used to, and then you transitioned over to whatever you do now. But it seems like these people that do lives, it's like blowing up everywhere. Like Kai Cenat.
Yeah, Kai Cenat
yeah.
is huge, man.
So I mean,
It's becoming less different. I think Twitch has its own specific culture there, and it has like a platform that is a lot easier to discover new people.
on Twitch.
Where on YouTube, they're trying to compete in the streaming game, but they're still pretty far behind in terms of like compensation and exposure. So at the moment, if you're a big streamer, there's really no reason to be on YouTube. However, the reason we live stream to YouTube is just because we're making videos and we live stream an episode, but it stays up. It's just a whole video. It's a whole episode. So for us, it makes sense.
And so these streamers are on Twitch, and then those are getting posted on X, like, or Twitter, or whatever. I mean, it just seems like the
Clips of
pendulum
it,
swinging, or like going in the direction of people are all watching these streamers now, versus where everybody back in the day was like, you know, following YouTube. And
I don't think it's one or the other. I think a lot of people watch both. But I agree. There's been a huge, there's been an uptick in like massive streamers, and massive in a way that is kind of unprecedented. Like Kai Cenat hanging out with like Kevin Hart and Nicki Minaj, right? And like he's just like mainstream.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've ever seen that in the new media space at all. So I think it's really cool.
And they're breaking records too. Like
Yeah.
700,000 people live at one time, which
That's
is insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. I like to see people breaking out and setting new standards in the space.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, they're watching 300,000 people watching live, 700,000. Sketch said 100,000 people were on his live, and he's like, "Where were you guys all before yesterday?"
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
I did not have sexual relations with that man.
Yeah,
Just
even his
kidding. Yes, I
apology was
did.
pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was great.
I think he can't help but be funny. Like he's lovable.
Yeah, you should check him out. You'd like him.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get with that dude.
You're doing the pee-pee dance. Are you
Yeah.
gonna go pee?
I gotta pee. I think we can cut you loose, my
And
man, dude.
all these cameras are dying too.
It's been so killer.
Oh, you guys have a heart. You got the batteries, and then you got that battery running
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's the code word.
We'll get this out in 2 days, dude. Thank you for.
Thanks for coming to the house. I
Dude,
love that. That's so cool.
yeah.
These guys show up in a van, air conditioned, ready to
Yeah.
go.
You can't say
Nobody
no.
does that. Nobody offers that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not
right
wrong.
on, brother.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you a woman who I cannot believe is already a woman.
Oh my god.
My niece, Cassandra Constance Glover.
Woohoo!
All right.
Fat, multisyllabic name.
Wait, explain what you just said.
Multisyllabic, a lot
You
of
said-
syllables.
A fat.
A fat multisyllabic name, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Sir-
Stephen Gilchrist Glover.
Right.
Yeah. Our family likes very fancy names.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people don't know that my full name is Stephen Gilchrist Glover.
Yeah. You have the same middle name as Dylan Gilchrist Glover.
Yep.
And your grandfather, my great grandfather, Richard Gilchrist Glover.
Correct. And out of the gate, you've hit us with some heavy academia lingo
Yeah.
on the Glover side of our family,
Yeah.
which is my dad's, your granddad's.
And my only side of the family, yeah.
Everybody is academic,
Yep.
scholars, PhDs,
Yeah.
zoologists, theologians, clergymen.
I don't know if they were zoologists, but they were definitely like historians, clergymen, theologians, classicists.
I think dad's dad was kind of a zoologist.
He was a Napoleonic historian.
Okay. Your grand aunt?
Great aunt, yeah, great aunt, yeah.
Great aunt is not only a senator in Canada.
She was, yeah, she aged out.
Okay, so, but how crazy that, like, my aunt is a Canadian senator. Was a Canadian senator.
When I tell people about my lineage, that Steve-O is my uncle, that my granddad was, like, a big business guy for Pepsi, Procter & Gamble, all this bullshit.
Nabisco, Campbell Soup.
Literally, that my cousin, mom's first cousin, is the fucking dean at the Courthold Institute of Art, which holds a lot of sway in the world of art history.
Alex Bovey?
Yeah, she's the dean at the Courthold, which is the #1 institute for art history in the world. And then her mom, my great aunt, was a Canadian senator appointed by Justin Trudeau himself, and that she does a lot of cool stuff with like First Nations artwork and stuff. We have such a decorated family, and all these bitches are still alive. Like, it's not
all
even
these bitches.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not a bitch. A little. You're sometimes a bitch, but like
big time bitch all the time.
But no, but it's obviously the goal is to. Right now, I'm shooting to become a professor. I'd love to become a university professor. I want to do my own research. I want to be able to travel and do research. And I've been told throughout my entire life by teachers, by kids, my peers, whatever, that I'm going to be a teacher.
Okay, so earlier on, I said something about your granddad, or my side of the family. You said my only side of the family.
Yeah.
Which is probably confusing for a lot of people.
Yeah. Did mom talk about it in her interview?
I don't think that we did.
No, she talked about fostering. I remember she talked about being a foster parent. But
now, I want to say, before we even get into this, I want to say that your mom / my sister is arguably, in my opinion, as close to an actual living saint as like people really get.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, she is Mother Teresa. She played Mother Abbess in The Sound of Music.
She only cares about helping people and animals. She's got all these foster kids. She's
foster pets. Yeah, we foster kittens and stuff.
When your grandma / my mom had a terrible brain aneurysm, which left her just heinously disabled, both mentally and physically, my sister / your mom dove into the role of caregiver and just became this, this crazy caregiver.
At 28,
At 28. And it became evident as the years went on and your mom was primarily a caregiver.
Yeah.
She felt that if she were to meet Mr. Right, that she wouldn't be Mrs. Right to that person because she came with the baggage of the disabled mom.
I think that is right. I mean,
I know that that's how she described it.
Yeah. I think to me, she always said that she just didn't have time to even consider dating. You know, it's like she couldn't consider the dating market because she was still a journalist. So she was still working full time. And then she'd come home and take care of her mom, you know? And so she didn't have the capacity to date emotionally or physically, but she also just didn't have the time to go out and try to find someone. And so she always said to me that she couldn't really see herself as a wife. You know, if it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. But she always saw herself as a mom. Like, she had to be a mom.
Yeah.
Which is when, I started being thought about and planned a little bit, And
I think this is super interesting. When we were talking yesterday, you said that you were preparing to do this podcast with me and that you were curious to say what were your first thoughts when you found out that you were going to be an uncle.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think, like, if I found out Eduardo, my foster brother, who I consider my brother, like, if he sired a child and if I found out he was having a kid, I'd kind of be freaking out a little bit. I'd be like, fuck, that is going to be a kid in my life and I'm going to have to be this cool aunt,
Right.
I have this idea of what I'm going to be like as an aunt when my friends have kids. And it's just like, oh my God, now I'm going to have to suddenly like work on that. So I was curious to know, especially because, 2002 was when I was born. And that was pretty, your career had started. Yeah. And obviously you were like in the Hollywood game. And so it's interesting to think about, how you would start thinking about dividing your time between LA and Florida and like what your role would be as an uncle as you had just kind of created the role of Steve-O,
Well, I had long since created the role of Steve-O. It's just that I was fairly new to having any kind of success in the role of Steve-O.
Right.
And yesterday when you asked me this question, what were my first thoughts about becoming an uncle? I started to answer, but then, the foster kids started pouring into the house and the conversation got derailed.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty intense thing when I first found out that I was going to be an uncle, because your mom / my sister said that
We can just call her Cindy, by the way, if that's
Cindy.
easier, instead
We'll
of
do
saying
that.
yeah.
Call her Cindy.
Yeah.
Cindy said that she had the intention of getting artificially inseminated to become a single parent on purpose.
Yeah, single mom by choice.
A single mom by choice. And like I struggled with that.
Yeah.
And this was quite a while before you were born, because I think that there was a lot of attempts.
Yes, there were. I think there was about like 10 or 11 tries before I finally like stuck, you know?
Right. And at first I had a problem with it, because I thought, man, that means that I'm going to have a niece or a nephew who, I took the position that you were being deprived of having two parents.
Yeah.
And I felt that, like, ooh, you know, that's not fair. I even took it so far as to say that, hypothetically, you get in a situation where a woman gets knocked up.
Right.
And, you know, they're going to have the kid, but then all of a sudden the dad just is a jerk. He's a piece of crap. He takes off. He's gone.
Yeah.
You know, he abandons mom and daughter.
Yeah.
Right? In that scenario, mom and daughter have been,
bonded a bit more.
Well, they've been like equally and mutually abandoned. You know, it's like it's like to that mom and that daughter. It's like that guy. You know, Not that it makes sense to be resentful or to vilify anybody, but that it's something that you kind of bond.
Right.
You
It's
know?
not a choice that either of them made. It was just something that happened to both of
happened
them.
to them mutually. And in this case, I felt like, you know, like if you have a tough time, you know, if you have a tough time, and it's like, you know, you get upset at mom, like you don't have the dad to turn to, you know, like you know, anything that happens, it's like I was very sensitive to that, and so I geared up to become an uncle in a way that I wanted to really be your ally.
Yeah,
you know, I wanted to be your ally. I wanted to be super involved in, you know, in your life.
Yeah.
And, but with that said, the way that it's all played out, like I no longer have concerns.
No, for sure.
And it's what's really impressive too. And I think it probably speaks to how, like incredibly intelligent and accomplished you are, is that the process of, sperm donors.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's by the time that you are actually a sperm donor, in the sense that your sperm is being used to create children, you've basically like passed so many barriers. It's almost like the genetics Olympics.
No, it is.
Like,
yeah.
You are like any old asshole can go into the sperm bank and rub one out.
Yeah.
That they can get paid like maybe $50.
Yeah,
you
to
know?
see if it's viable or whatever.
Right. And all that they're gonna do with that dude's sperm is test out cryogenic freezing techniques. That sperm's going nowhere near like actually inseminating a woman.
Probably not, no.
Definitely not. In order, like by the time you actually pass all the hurdles to becoming an actual sperm donor, like you've provided documentation for your entire family tree through like however
long you know.
And every single person in your whole family tree has to be like a university graduate. Like
I don't know about that.
I think so. I think you have to have documentation of the academic history of your whole family tree. There can be absolutely no like history of cancer or any like weird.
It's mostly like the health lottery. You know, it's like
I don't
the health
know.
Olympics.
We might have to check with mom because
we might. Well, I mean, I think
maybe
my donor.
Maybe you have a choice. Like that's what. Your mom, Cindy.
She wanted to choose someone that was like educated and stuff.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, because I think you just have to pass a lot of genetic testing to make sure that you're not going to pass on any really bad diseases or like any like the kid is going to be at like elevated risks of cancer. You know, they're worried about the genetic health.
Sure.
That you can pass on things like if one family's more prone to.
I think that the academic history of the family tree was important to Cindy, and as such, she was able to. Like narrow down her search.
Yeah, to the point where when she decided she wanted to have another kid, Dill, my guy was gone.
Right.
You know, there was nothing left of my guy. I mean, she decided this like 4.5 years after I was born, because it was like one shot with Dill. She didn't try multiple times. It worked first go. But she had to choose another guy that was like similar enough to her first like donor choice. And she ended up having 2 donors for me, because the first guy dried up before I was born, before I was like cooked. So yeah, no, she got a decent look at like the folders, but
and what's so interesting too, you know that there's and on top of that, I think that everybody in the family tree has to have lived into like their 80s or 90s or some crazy.
My sperm donor's parents died in a car accident. Both of his parents were dead at the time that he donated.
That's not gonna like...
No.
Right.
That's different than like dying from a disease or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
No, I think his grandparents were alive. He had 2 older brothers. He majored in comp sci. Like, we have a thick ass folder about everything about him.
And you're able to know everything about him except anything that would actually identify him.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I'm really chill with that. I wasn't always.
This is where I had a real issue with it too, because I said that for adopted children, it's like, if not almost, it's like literally like a rite of passage. Like an adopted kid in almost every case is going to go and track down their biological parents as like a rite of passage.
They might try. I think every kid tries. I don't know if every kid fully goes through with it, nor do I think every person chooses to do it. I think it always
it's common.
It crosses their mind. It's something that they'll 100% of adopted kids think about.
Right.
100%.
It's common.
Yeah.
And in your case,
I legally can't.
You legally cannot.
But mom chose a sperm donor that would have no contact with me once I turned 18. Like, you can choose a sperm donor that is willing to have contact with the child after they turn 18. She chose one that specifically wouldn't.
Ooh, but then it just occurs to me that with the 23andMe stuff that you could totally...
If they ever do it, but I don't think, like, I think if they chose no contact...
You can narrow down the search, like...
I might have already.
Oh, yeah?
Well, just a little bit. I mean, I didn't end up finding anything conclusive, but I found, like, a third cousin that was, like, around my age, or a second... I think it was a second cousin on father's side. And I ended up asking about, like, her grandfathers and stuff to try to find, like...
Amazing.
The shared link and work it down from there. And I shared this stuff with my half siblings, because there's 24 of us in an Instagram group chat.
Holy shit! My head's exploding.
I don't think you and I have talked about this much.
We've not.
No.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. No. When I was 18, I found 6 half siblings from doing 23andMe.
An Instagram chat. And how many are in this Instagram?
I think there's 24 now. There's 24 of us confirmed.
And you're all in a chat together?
Some of us have left over time, like stopped using Instagram or whatever. But at one point, there was all of us in it. And our group chat is called "You Are the Father" in all caps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, but I shared my findings with them and, stuff like that. And I think all of us are pretty uninterested in trying to find this guy. Some people have a recording of what his voice sounds like.
Wow.
Like, there's different stuff you can get, like different materials you can get about the donor, different packages, different levels of subscription, I guess. But
just like internet sleuthing going on here.
Oh, yeah. No, and it wouldn't be too hard, it wouldn't. But I think, we all come from families where we were deeply wanted. And I think that,
that's something, there's a lot to that.
There is, 100%.
Let's zero in on that, because, I submit that if there was a way to determine how many people roaming the world were just purely accidental, I would guess that it's like more than half.
Oh, yeah, no, probably. I mean, accidental and like a happy accident for some of them, and accidental is like, oh, this is happening,
right?
But yeah, no.
So it's like, hey, you know what? Like, most people are like, if they wanted to like be judgmental, like, oh, because I was worried that you'd get a hard time in school and stuff, It
was more of a confused time for kids. Like, I knew that I was created via sperm donor by the time I was 3, and people would ask me like, oh, like, where's your dad? And I was like, oh, I don't have one. And they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, thinking that like a father had passed. And I'm like, no, I never had one. I don't have a dad. And they'd be like, huh? And I'd be like, so a woman has an egg and a guy has a sperm, and my mommy went to the doctor because she had the egg, and the doctor gave her the sperm to have me. It was a doctor procedure. And I got in trouble, like, talking about this at the playground when I was in, like, pre-K 3. Yeah. No, because, like, mom wasn't going to hide any of this from me. Mom was always going to be so which is not the same for some of my, like, I had to break the news to some of my half-siblings that we were related and I was conceived via sperm donor because they didn't fucking know. Because they had, like, a mom and a dad, but the dad wasn't their biological father because he either got a vasectomy or something like that. And so they didn't know they were conceived via sperm donor until a random bitch reaches out to them saying, hey, we're half siblings on 23andMe. Were you conceived via sperm donor? And then they're like, no, but I see we're related. That's cool. And then they talk about it with their family. Their family denies it. They come back home for Christmas and suddenly it's like, son, we have something to talk to you about. Like this happened at least once, like maybe twice.
Wow.
But so some people don't know. And mom was always going to be super transparent.
Right. And back to the point is that so many people are accidental. Like they're just like afterthoughts at best.
Yeah.
You know, and like say what you want, but like there's nothing accidental about you.
No. Mom used to say I was the most wanted kid in the world. Like that she wanted me so fucking bad.
And 10 or 11 tries.
Yeah.
That's intense. So like how deliberate you are.
Yeah.
Like how like deliberate, wanted, loved, and I think that's really cool.
No, 100%. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why it's like, yeah, you know, I was upset when I was a kid about not being able to celebrate Father's Day. You know, I was upset that like my family wasn't represented in movies or stuff. You know, there was always a dad in a lot of movies or kids shows or whatever.
What about like 2.5 Men?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, okay.
Yeah, no, but I mean, and like, yeah, sometimes there's a single mom, but usually there was some type of lore about the father.
There was one when I was a kid called Silver Spoons, where like the kid was like adopted. I think it was a single dad by choice adopted a kid, and it was like the most wealthy.
Oh, that's so kind of like Annie.
Yeah, kind of like
Annie. Yeah.
So there's certain like
no, there is for sure, but it's just it wasn't common, and you know, going to a lot of friends' houses when I was little, like all my friends had dads, you know.
Right.
Eventually, a lot of my friends' families got divorces and whatever, but like I was always just kind of like, why don't I have this? And I remember like crying and like being pissy at mom, like for a while.
I don't know when it was. It was during my vegan phase. It couldn't have been like okay. Now
you witnessed some of my emotional tantrums.
There was one that was really gnarly, and I say during my vegan phase couldn't have been that long ago. But come to think of it, it was. Like I think specifically the beginning of 2013. So
yeah, I think I was
almost 12 years ago.
I picture like exactly. Was it with Sophie and Papa when you came to the house?
They were there, and I remember what sparked it off was that I
skipped school.
No. You and Cindy went on a bicycle ride, and the bicycle ride, it was like, Cindy said, no, we're going to go to Target. And it ended up like, so too far out that by the time you got back, it was just too far of a bicycle ride. It was too much exercise. And like, you just couldn't, and she made you ride so far.
We did 10 miles. It was a 10-mile bike ride.
Right. And by the time you got back, you were so upset with Cindy that like, you just kind of snapped. You got into the house and I was with, Papa and Sophie.
Yeah.
And you come storming into the house and like you're crying, you're screaming, you go like
straight to my room, probably
slam the door.
Yeah.
And I come walking over to the door and I'm like, hey Cass, and you said, I've been crying for my whole life. And and like I never brought it up. I never said anything, but I've been crying for my whole life. And given the context of what the situation was, that's like that was when I was like, ooh, this was what I was worried about. Because here you were upset with mom and you had no one else to turn to.
Honestly, like I was a really depressed kid, like depression runs in our family. We have mental health stuff. I was thinking of a different moment that you were privy to one of my like huge outbursts. And this was when you came to the house after I had skipped school because I had a stomach ache or whatever, I skipped school and I wasn't feeling it. And so mom went to school. You were visiting. You were in town. I think you were at Papa's place though. And then you end up surprising me coming to the house without me knowing. And I'm in the kitchen like making some food for myself or whatever. And you come in with Papa and Sophie at the time. And you say like, oh, you're playing hooky, like you're fine. And then it just sets me off. And I think I started going into like retreat mode saying like, no, I'm not. Like my stomach really, really hurts. Like, what are you talking about? And then I think it was either like Papa or Sophie or something like that like added to it. And then it just elevated. It got to a point that was like really bad. And I stormed into my room and I slammed the door. But then this argument ended up being specifically targeted at Sophie. This was like one of the times where I ended up like screaming at her. And I remember
Sophie is, of course,
my ex-step-grandmother is what I call her as. Like,
yeah, my dad's second wife.
Yeah, ex-wife now and whatnot. But she was raised as my grandmother,
Right.
which is crazy.
She was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about times that you had a tough time, but you know, like it wasn't always super comfortable.
No, but I don't think it had anything to do with the sperm donor.
Of course not. Of course not. That's my mom's side of the family.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like
it's grandma. Yeah, grandma's side of the family. Yeah,
there's the academia, the theologians, the clergymen, the
Papa.
PhDs. That's dad's side of the family, and then mom's side of the family is just dodge the draft. You know, like gamble,
drink,
alcoholism,
suicide,
drug addiction, suicide.
Yeah.
It's gnarly.
Yeah. And it's like us as a combination is like the work hard, play hard mentality.
Yeah. I mean, I like it's deviants with a rocket ship attached to it.
Yeah, deviants with like, we're gonna do something. It's like ambition, a little bit of ambition, drive. Sure. But it's also like self-sabotage with that drive.
I mean, like my dad said that for me, and Cindy, the possibility of having an alcoholic child is like playing Russian roulette with a completely loaded gun.
If Papa would like place that into Mom's head, no wonder she told me I'd be an alcoholic by the age I was 3.
Given the grandma side of the family, not a single leaf on the tree wasn't alcoholic.
So far, I've escaped that.
100% of the family tree, every leaf on the tree is not only alcoholic, but down to my generation, every single one of them is already officially dead, having died of causes directly related to alcoholism.
And both of her siblings died from alcoholism.
Cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah, brain aneurysm, you know, like shit that is caused by drinking excessively, and like
it's so gnarly. That side of the family.
100%.
Whether even though you escaped the alcoholism,
for now, I always knock on wood, and I always say for now.
But the mental health is very dicey.
Oh my god, yeah, I was like diagnosed with clinical depression when I was 9.
I mean, that's a big part of why I got a vasectomy. Yeah. Because, like, I
don't want kids either. I don't know if I've told you that. Like, I'm not planning on having children.
I don't have the heart to create somebody to be so uncomfortable.
Same. Like, I don't want to give someone such a fucked up life, nor be responsible for that. Because, like, oh my God, I would get 10 times worse whatever I gave to Mom, you know? Like, out of just, you know, like, karma. Yeah, literally, out of just karma. And I gave Mom a lot of shit. And, like...
Sure.
Oh my God, no, I couldn't handle it.
I mean, she's a saint. She
is.
She really is absolutely a saint. And
we've had our problems. Like Mom isn't perfect. She is a saint, but she's not perfect.
Of course she's not. She's completely fucked.
Yeah, we all are. Yeah.
I mean, take for example, the fact that you were 3 and knew all of this stuff that you could be sharing at the playground for pre-kindergarten.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing healthy about you knowing all that stuff at that age, and because your mom didn't have a significant other, like you were like thrust into this role of having like this sophisticated adult relationship with your mom. Yeah. That was like super unhealthy.
Oh, 100%. And it stayed that way for a while. Like it wasn't until coming back from study abroad when I realized, fuck, I have never actually been truly independent. I've never been able to not think about what's going on at home, not think about what's going on in Mom's life. Like I have been consumed by this for way too long, and I've never actually been able to just live my own life because I've always been...
Now you're doing very well at that, I think.
100%. Yeah, no, and Mom and I have a great relationship. But yeah, no, it wasn't until I was 21 that like we took an active effort in changing our relationship so it wouldn't be as codependent and that it wouldn't be as unhealthy.
And there's no such thing as like completely healthy people.
No, God, no. And I think that like regardless of your relationship with your parent when you're younger, you're always going to have to kind of figure out what's going to happen when you're an adult because an adult parent-child relationship is very different than a minor child with an adult parent. You know, it's like, because there's a lot more direct care that happens with that and direct nurturing, whatever. And then when they're an adult, they should be self-sufficient. And so then suddenly you're not necessary to their life, but you're wanted. And, you know, what your role changes completely. And that's something that, you know, Mom and I had to figure out because she is so good at that direct caregiving. And suddenly I didn't need her caregiving. I wanted her support, like her love and her emotional affection. But God, I would get so mad at her if she made me coffee in the morning. And like when she would like try to cook me food, I'd be like, Mom, I can fucking do it myself. Like,
right. But there's also another side to that where,
of course,
because of what you're describing, Cindy, all of a sudden she's like, oh, well, I want to be a direct caregiver. So now I've got to like get foster children because this part of my life can't end. I gotta.
Yeah, I call it preemptive empty nest syndrome because it happened my senior year of high school was when she became a foster parent.
Right, and when she became a foster parent, like, even though you didn't want her to be a direct caregiver to you, didn't you have a little bit of a kind of a resentment of the foster kids coming in?
No, not the first round. Not the first round. I was very, chill with that. I gave up my room so that way Eduardo could have a room, and I shared a room with Mom for the second half of my senior year.
I didn't love that, and neither did my dad.
I was okay with it. Honestly, like, it was a choice that I didn't have to do it. Like, Eduardo literally slept in the attic for the first month that he was living with us. I mean, it was a decked out, cool as fuck attic. Like, that sounds bad that we like shoved a kid in the attic, but like, it was cool. It had air conditioning. It was nice. It was bougie, but it was more like a loft than anything else. But no, we made the choice once Eduardo was really going to stay with us that, I was willing to give him my room because it was like in January when he took my room and I moved in with Mom in her room.
Right. Okay.
And so I only had 6 months, 5 months left of high school, and then I was going to college, and then eventually, COVID happened and Jada moved out because she didn't want to, do the social distancing, and Mom was terrified about COVID. So then I got the room downstairs. So then I still ended up getting my own room. Right. I only shared with Mom for 6 months.
Let's go back to when you were firstborn.
Okay.
And I'm just power uncling.
Yeah, no, you were killing it. Yeah.
There, I think that there's got to be a totally separate YouTube video because I filmed your childhood so much. I documented the crap out of
I'm
every
super
age.
lucky. Yeah, because I have so many home videos. There are an insane amount of videos of me growing up, and a lot of kids don't get that.
I'm going to tell you a crazy story right now.
Okay.
Because when you were born.
Yeah.
I had these concerns. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be your ally. I'm it's not fair. And I'm, at the time I had my first ever representation, which was not super high level and sophisticated. It was I had these characters managing my career.
Okay.
They came to me and they said, hey, dude, you got to get life insurance. And I was like, life insurance? I didn't think I was going to live very long, neither did they.
Yeah.
They're like, you got to get life insurance. And I was like, I'm not. And they were really pushy about it. I said, look, I'll get life insurance. 2 conditions I have. Number 1, the sole beneficiary of this life insurance policy needs to be Cassandra Constance Glover.
You're kidding.
I swear to God, this is true.
That's crazy.
I said that I didn't know psychologically what the dynamic of your upbringing would be like, and I said whatever happens, if I die tragically young and soon, which everybody expected to happen. I said when my niece turns 18 years old, I want her to be able to buy a Ferrari. I don't care. I want her to
I drive a Prius, by the way.
Yeah, that was my one condition.
Yeah,
you had to be the sole beneficiary. The second condition.
That's crazy.
Because I was so promiscuous and this, I was terrified of
having illegitimate offspring.
No, I was terrified of medical testing. Which is
STDs and shit.
Which is the worst thing to admit. But it's just the truth. Me back then, when I was in my 20s, I was
you were a sex addict. It's. Yeah.
Sure. I said my second condition is because I knew that there would be rigorous medical screening.
Yeah.
I said I don't want to know the results of the medical.
Okay.
Because hypothetically, if I had some terrible disease and I was gonna die, I didn't want to know that. That's a bummer. And if I was completely healthy, then that meant that I had something to lose and I couldn't go around risking my life. And so that would so there's no scenario where I wanted to know what my medical status was. So I said I don't want to know the results of the medical, which means what I was saying was I don't want to know if I am approved for the life insurance. So what I was saying effectively was I don't want to know if the policy actually gets bonded. I don't want to know if it goes through. So these characters heard that and they were like, he doesn't even want to know if the policy happens. So
they never did it?
No, they did it. They made themselves the beneficiaries.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they did. And this was something that sent me off on.
Were you able to sue them for that?
No, I didn't do that. I handled it poorly, but they did keep you on there. And the reason that I found this out, I didn't want to know.
Yeah.
And so like a couple weeks through a few weeks after I went in for this medical exam.
Yeah.
Like I got a call on my cell phone and it said like, oh, this is the insurance company. We're calling for a follow-up.
Yeah.
You know, a follow-up interview. And I was like, following up what? Like, are you telling me that I got life insurance? And they said, yeah, you got, you know, and they're telling me what I did not want to know. They said, yeah, you got cleared, like you got insured. I was like, how much is the policy? They said you got a $3 million life insurance policy, $3 million worth of coverage. And I said, and there's only one sole beneficiary, Cassandra Constance Glover. And they said, no, I see 3 beneficiaries. There's Cassandra Constance Glover, and then
asshole number 1 and asshole number 2. Yeah.
I lost it. Yeah, I lost my mind, and I didn't say anything. I didn't speak a word of it to anybody. I just let it just fester and see.
You didn't tell Papa? Like you didn't tell him about it?
I don't think. Not right away.
No,
not right away.
That's crazy.
And I remember at that time too. I was like, oh man! So I just found out that I'm like totally healthy, and I've got like stuff to lose because you can't get $3 million of life insurance if you're not like in really good health.
I guess. I mean, I think Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, like to a certain degree. Like
I was like, wow, I got something to lose. Like bummer.
I mean, your life, like
right.
But yeah, you probably thought about it a little bit more existentially and stuff. But
so in any case, that's where my head was at, and this was
crazy.
This was in I think if not 2002, the year you were born. 2003, the following year.
And I was gonna interject at one point. And you did this screening after you had snorted cocaine that was covered in HIV positive blood.
No, that came later.
Oh, okay.
I snorted the and I didn't know it was HIV positive blood. I
thought you knew at the time when you did it.
I didn't know.
You found out later?
I knew that the guy was an intravenous drug user, and that's why there was blood all over the place. But
a kid in high school ran up to me in the hallway and told me that, by the way. That was how I found out about that.
Yeah.
I found out a lot of shit about you and about our family specifically through fucking interviews you did on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember, and this was mainly in high school, once, like, I had peers that were really, like, into you, you know? Because I had some clout in elementary school, you know? With the kids who had, like, older brothers or whatever, and so, like, they knew who you were, and they watched your shit way too young. Like, I had some clout then, but, like, people really knew who you were once I got to high school. And so this some girls would tell me like, oh my God, your uncle's so hot. And I'd be like, that is disgusting. And they're like, yeah, can I be your aunt? And I'm like, no. And then like some guys would come up to me and just like tell me these crazy shit, like basically like clickbait titles, you know, from interviews that you did. And one of them was like, yo, did you know that your uncle snorted cocaine that was covered in HIV positive blood? Literally right after class, someone came up to me and said that. And I was like, no.
Covered with it might be a stretch. Tainted by it, yeah.
Yeah. But I ended up looking it up later, and I found this series that of interviews that you did with this guy, where one of them, where one of them was the cocaine, but there was that was when I found out that Grandma lied about having cancer for 2 years,
that was a tough one.
that Papa had an affair with Sophie for a year before divorcing Grandma.
Before even separating.
Before even separating. Yeah. I found out both of those things from an interview you did on YouTube.
I'm like your mom. I'm very transparent.
Which is fair. Which is very real. And this is a very unique experience. I guess this is part of like what's unique about having Steve as your uncle is that all of our shit is online. All of our family lore, all the, you know, hidden bodies.
I don't know that it's certainly not well documented in any capacity that you are the result of artificial insemination.
No, it's not, for sure. But it was really crazy finding out about like stuff that came before me, you know, stuff that I wasn't like aware of. Because like I found out that the woman my grandfather cheated on my grandma with was the woman that I'd been calling Boma, like grandmother, all my life. You know, like this was a bitch that was like in our lives for so long. Sorry, I keep saying bitch.
I don't know.
You know, it was just, I mean, this was post-divorce, because I was in high school at this point. I was about probably like 16 maybe when I saw these interviews, because, you know, like Lux was in them, so y'all had been dating at that point. So, you know, like I was old enough that it didn't like fuck me up, you know, finding this out, but I was literally just sitting in the living room watching these videos on my phone on YouTube, and Mom's just in the kitchen.
And it's worth noting, too, that you only are finding this out from other people because you yourself had zero interest in watching
No.
any YouTube videos about me.
No, yeah, not at all.
You were never interested in watching a Jackass movie.
Well, I wasn't allowed until I was 18.
Like when you were 18, did you watch? You probably didn't care.
My boyfriend at the time when I was like 18 or 19, I told him and his male roommates, like, oh, I've never seen a Jackass movie. I wasn't allowed to growing up. And they immediately put it on. They immediately put on, I think it was like Jackass, like 2 or 3 or something.
Two's the one to watch.
I think it was 2 then, yeah. I did a project on you in college, so I watched a whole documentary on you, which was pretty tough to watch, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And not that I didn't like not know anything. It's just, you know, like seeing all the footage of like you going through your hardest moments is hard as someone who loves you, obviously. It's easier to hear secondhand after you're clean. But yeah, no, I mean, I never really was interested in watching your content. It wasn't my thing. Like I always
you
say,
never wanted to read my book.
I didn't. I literally just scanned for it to see if my name was in there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because you read.
I do read a lot, and I should read your book at one point.
I mean, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I have an edition. Like, I have it. And Mom told me some highlights about it or whatever. I mean, like, that's how I found out you went to Sex Addicts Anonymous or whatever, was through your book. Yeah, no, but I don't think I've ever properly read that. But I think it's also because I know so much about your life that it's like, I don't want to read a book I already know, you know?
I mean, hey, I'm not trying to push my stuff on you.
I always say to people, I would not know who you were if you weren't my uncle. Because I just consume such different content. I might. Because, like, especially now that you're, like, on YouTube and stuff like that.
Sorry for interrupting there.
No, you're good.
It's got nothing to do with whether I have a public profile that made me being, like, a super uncle, like, a factor.
Oh, no.
Like, okay, when you were, I'm guessing, like, 2 or 3.
Yeah. Was this the diamond story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Mom tells me this, and I'm
I was like, I'm going to buy Cassie, like, diamond earrings or something, or a diamond
it was like
necklace.
You wanted to get me like a diamond that you like I could like you hold in your hand, like a fat.
I mean, a diamond like that is going to be in the millions of dollars.
Yeah, but you wanted to get me like at least a $1 million diamond.
I didn't want to get you $1 million. I'm guaranteeing you.
Okay. And then the story has might been inflated over time, but like
I wanted to get you some kind of diamond jewelry.
Yeah.
And Cindy was like, she's a
2.
2-year-old. Yeah. Like she doesn't know what that, like, that's stupid. Like, stop. You know, like if you want to be like you know, extravagant, like get her a playground, you know, get her some. So I got you like
the treehouse.
Yeah, I got you like a dope ass
treehouse.
Like,
yeah,
treehouse,
swing set, slide. Yeah, the whole works. And I used that way until like I was past the age. Like I used it until I was at least like 12 or something, you know.
And there were a lot of things that I did just to be annoying for your mom.
Oh yeah, like the little electric guitar,
I got you an electric guitar. Like I'm sure I got you like a drum set. Something like I took like your mom was so anti like Barbie, anti makeup,
and then you took me to Toys R Us and bought me a shit ton of makeup and Barbies.
Every single makeup kit. Like,
that I wanted. You were just like, hell yeah.
Not even everyone that you wanted, like everyone that there was.
Yeah. No, and this was when you were still on drugs too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember this. The super extravagant like Toys R Us thing. It happened when I was like 6, I want to say. Or 5 or 6. No, probably 5, because you got sober 8 days after my 6th birthday. So I was probably 5. But you had like you'd rented the red car because you always rented a red car whenever you'd come to visit.
A red car, huh? Wow.
Yeah, you would always rent like a little red car that was a little bit sporty.
I don't think I cared about the color, but I would...
Nah, but it was always like a sporty kind of car. And I got to sit in the front seat as a 5-year-old because Mom never let me sit in the front. And we like zoomed off to Toys R Us.
There was something...
You were stoned.
There was something or other that I would always say that I would say like, hey, Cass, guess what?
Yeah.
Like for this visit, I rented a race car.
Yes, yeah. It was always something like that. And it would always get me. Like, I thought you were the coolest motherfucker alive.
Every time I told you I rented a race car this time, like this, and then I would be like, check it out.
Yes, you drove so fast. It was so fun. I loved riding in the front seat with you. And we went to Toys R Us, and I remember it felt so scandalous, you know, because like...
Oh, yeah, I mean, I would like just try to buy you like dumb stuff.
And like, Mom didn't buy me... Mom gave me... I still had an allowance at this point in time. Like, I'd get like $4 a week or something as a 5-year-old, you know. And Mom said, you get you get gifts, you get things on your birthday and Christmas and, you know, Easter, whatever. But anything else, you buy for yourself. You're going to save up your own money, and you're going to buy it for yourself. I'll buy you the things you need, but any toys, you save up your money.
Yeah.
And so you just coming to visit and then just like getting me all the shit I wanted, I was like, damn, now I can save my allowance, you know? Like,
yeah,
it was awesome. I mean, you tried not to spoil me too much. Like, you definitely were extravagant, but not to the point that it was like too excessive.
Well, I would like come in, you know, like one thing, even when I was on drugs, even when it was like, you know, I was at my worst, I was always still like a family guy.
You were,
know? Like,
100%, yeah.
I would always come and visit, no matter
You
what
did a
shape
lot
I was
of
in.
visiting when I was younger. Like, I remember you at every Christmas when I was growing up, every
Christmas.
Thanksgiving, like, or not, maybe not every Thanksgiving, but most
I would
Thanksgivings.
never, like, I would never.
All the surprise birthday visits.
Yeah.
Like, you came at least like 3 or 4 times a year in my, like, you know, most important years growing up when I was little.
Yeah, like our family's always been pretty solid.
Because we're really
way.
small, yeah. So I think we were pretty tight knit. And even now, like today's Christmas Day when we're filming this.
Yeah, how about
so,
that?
yeah. And this is the second, I think it's like the second content Christmas that we've done. If you remember the makeup video.
Okay.
Because we did that on Christmas too. For my little one, because I used to be a YouTuber myself. You know, my own claim to fame.
How many views does that
I think it
makeup
has
video?
29,000 right now.
There you go.
And you wanted the funniest thing. You know Rachel, like my best friend that you've met a few times.
She came to the ranch.
Yeah, you've met her a few times, yeah. And she's coming up in 2 days. But she saw that makeup video way before we ever met on YouTube. She was one of the 29,000 people in the world that saw that video. And then completely forgot about it. We met in college in a class that we were taking, and our professor would confuse us because we looked similar.
Were you when we made that?
We were in the Vista Bella house. So I want to say I was probably 12 or 13. I think it might have been the Christmas when I was 12. Because I think it was like 2014.
Yeah.
2014 Christmas.
I remember it being right around the time that we went to go see the circus. We went to go see Amaluna, and it was right before I went to film that Winter Sports show.
So it might have been 2015. I think I might have been like 13.
Yeah, maybe January 2015.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, then it would have been the 2014 Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, because I was in my beauty guru era still. When I was 11, 12, it was like beauty guru. And then when I was 13, 14, it was booktube. And I like recorded YouTube videos about books and reading and whatever. And then by the time...
How many books have you read?
Oh God, like thousands, easy. I mean, I have a Goodreads that has like a few hundred, like a couple hundred books in my read pile. I've read a lot more academic papers, like right now. Like currently I read a lot more academic papers than I do books because I do a lot of reading for school, but it's not all books. Like I read a few books for school, but it's mostly like academic articles from like scholarly journals and whatnot. But yeah, no, I've read a lot because mom made me a huge reader. So I'd say it's at least 1,000 books that I've read.
At least.
At least, yeah. I mean, you've probably read at least 1,000 books by now at 50.
I don't know.
No?
I doubt no.
No, because I think Papa
Cover to
definitely.
Cover to cover, like...
To the point where you could say you read it. Like where it was at least 50%, you know?
Still, man. I don't know if I'm good for 100.
Really? I doubt that.
I've gone on some reading benders.
Yeah.
But, like, they weren't that crazy.
I guess, yeah.
I guess when I was a kid, I would read, maybe I've read 100.
I think you've read 100, because 100's not that many.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't read that many books per year now, but I used to read a good amount, like probably at least a book a week when I was in middle school.
Right.
But yeah, no, and then in high school, I was a vlogger. I did my little vlogs in high school.
Yep.
And now I do that, but just kind of like on the side for like my friends and stuff. I consider them little like scrapbook videos. So like when I stayed at the ranch and I went to the Childish Gambino concert with Rach in Nashville, I made a little video for that.
Oh, cool. So you're still active on YouTube.
I am. I'm just less, you know, I think I definitely was a little bit of a clout chaser. Like when you were on my YouTube channel, it was big for me. When I hit 5K views, I was like, yes, this is it. I'm going to blow up. You know, but I never posted regularly. I never actually had that, you know, drive and consistency. Yeah, which you need to become a YouTuber. So I think now it's more so about memories than anything else. Because I do love the fact that I can see little Cassie when she was like 11 or 12 doing makeup, you know, like I think it's cute. And I wish I had my first YouTube era, which was when I did the scripted mermaid show with Ryan when I was in like second grade. How do you not have that? I was bullied so badly for it, I deleted it off the face of the earth. I tried to contact YouTube once I got to high school to see if I could.
You're never going to be able to do that, but what
I
about
did.
the hard drive?
I can't find it. No, it was all on an iPad. was on a school iPad that we edited and filmed the entire thing.
Man,
and
private stuff, don't delete it.
I know, but I was like, because what happened was I'd missed school one day and I had told my friends about it at school. I was super excited. Like, we made this like mermaid show. And I loved mermaids. I loved having my like little swimmable tail and stuff. I was really proud because we worked so fucking hard on it. And so I was like proud of it. And I came into school and I told everybody about it. And I think I missed school the next day or whatever. And apparently like the choir teacher was bugged by all these kids to just put it on. And so my little mermaid show, which was like probably like a 10-minute episode or whatever, was showed to my entire class. And then I was like, maybe bullied is the wrong word, but I was heavily teased for it for a while. And I just deleted it. I was like, no, I can't.
I think that heavily teased, there's two components to that. There's like what happened and there's how you perceived it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So like hypersensitivity is a problem I think that we share.
Oh, definitely.
And maybe like I could believe that the teasing wasn't actually as gnarly as you perceived it to be, but because you were so sensitive.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I will say the fact that a teacher, the fact that an adult showed my YouTube video to the class is pretty fucked. But aside, that's like the worst thing that ever really happened to me in school. I mean, I'd be like called chubby all the time and stuff like that. But it was just like little snide remarks from kids. But yeah, no, it felt like the end of the world as a kid because we're also fucked up mentally. So it's like not even just I'm a kid and the world is so small, so everything feels really intense. It's also add on clinical depression and anxiety and shit. And then suddenly it's like life ending. It's like world altering. You know, it's like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? Like my life sucks. Yeah.
Newsflash, I'm 50 and I still have that.
I'm pretty good right now. I'm pretty solid. I don't catastrophize too much. I haven't had like a mental health episode since May of 2021.
Good.
That was the last time I had like a proper breakdown, like blocking everyone to spend an hour in the woods type shit.
Yeah, my mental health has not been that great for a stretch. And I'm kind of like then my resolution for 2025 is to give less fucks.
Hell yeah.
Just worry about being a good guy.
Yeah. No, and I definitely care way too much about what people think about me. I'm definitely a people pleaser. I think a lot of people in our family are. Yeah. But no, for sure. I think that all of our mental healths are still fucky. You know, it's something we always have to work on. I always call it mental health maintenance because there isn't a cure for our shit. It's just like constant vigilance. Yep. And I call mom out on her shit all the time about, you know, trying to work on her mental health and stuff because you can't save everybody else without helping yourself first. You know, it's like the whole oxygen mask thing on a plane. Yep. And so she just thinks that like she'll be fine as long as everybody else that she takes care of is good. I'm like, no, you might need to go to therapy and like, you know, make sure you're talking with your psychiatrist and stuff to make sure that you're in the best shape that you can be. So then that way you can take the best care of other people because she doesn't give a shit about herself. She only cares about like her kids and the animals and stuff because, you know, saint.
She is a saint. It's crazy.
But even saints need to go to therapy and even saints, you know, need to make sure they're doing what they can. And like you've always been so good at like meditate, at least like physically taking care of yourself. I've been much more better at mentally taking care of myself than like physically. I'm
in and out of it, but meditation I've been super solid
for a while, for years.
I'm 2 days away from
2000.
5 straight years.
5 straight years. Wow.
I've maintained an average of 40 minutes of meditating.
Yeah, the 220
every
sessions.
Single day.
Because this is Vedic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, because Sky got the lessons for me, so I have my mantra. Like I know how to do it. That was my 17th birthday gift. Yeah.
Oh,
Sky got lessons for me. We went to a guy's like house in Boca who's been trained by Sky's going to India in January.
Amazing.
Yeah. No, but
so you and Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar's like gone more deeper in it than I have. I only did the beginner.
So I got you guys both.
So she had already done the lessons.
That was I paid for it.
I don't know if you paid for Sky's.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Because you have to pay.
No, I know. I kind of like snuck a glance. She paid like $600 for me to get meditation lessons when I was 17.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Because I don't remember this, so evidently I did.
Well, because I had a really rocky mental health. Like during what year would it be? 2019. Yeah, I was 17 and I turned 17 in 2019. Yeah, so the year 2019 was pretty rough for me. It was like end of 2018, beginning of 2019 that I had really, really bad mental health. And so to kind of help me out, Sky like bought me the best birthday gift I've ever received, which was the meditation lessons.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't do it enough, but I always have like the skill, you know, like it's not something I have to relearn, you know.
Skylar counts as
a sister, yeah.
She's
an older sister to me, yeah.
Basically the first foster kid.
I'd say Ryan was probably the first foster kid, but like he just never officially lived with us. I guess Sky would be the first because she actually lived with us, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what's life like now? You're in graduate school.
Yeah, I'm in grad school.
Studying
art history.
Art history.
Yeah, and you know, grad school's hard.
How much of art history is just balls deep in religion?
A lot of early stuff, you know, because I think art history started to have prayer material, like art being made was commissioned for churches. Because you have to remember a lot of people weren't literate in like 1200, 1100, 1300, whatever, you know, the medieval ages. And so people, wealthier people would commission artworks of scenes from the Bible or whatever, and then they'd have them as these altar pieces in churches so that way people could see and feel this religious connection to the stories that they couldn't read themselves. So, you know, the foundation of art was very religious. I mean, it's different. I mean, I guess it counts for like Greco-Roman statues. A lot of them were based on like the Greek gods and whatever.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember like my because I took a Chinese art. Like I've taken like Asian art classes, you know. Because like there's a lot of so art started off being functional. So it always had purpose. Now a lot of European art's like functionality was religiously based. I think in a lot of like, you know, African art that I've studied, it is kind of worship related, but a lot of it has like functional tools. Like there's this like medicine icon that I remember studying, and stuff that's used for like festivals, like a lot of like mobile art, like art that's made to be worn and like moved and stuff.
Does your great aunt Pat?
Yeah.
My aunt Pat.
Yeah.
She still runs like a huge art museum.
No, she is touring with her own because she had a book come out pretty recently, Western Canadian Art by Patricia Bovey, and so she's been lecturing around Canada,
so
traveling.
She's the senator, the art museum.
Yeah, like she ran a museum.
Author.
Author. She just travels and lectures and stuff, and like talks about her work.
Are you in close contact with her?
Every once in a while, yeah, she and I chat. I wouldn't say we're in close contact, but we definitely keep in touch a lot more than we did previously. She's in London right now for the cousins' Christmas. Yeah, she's with Bill in London. I hear about her like from Uncle Steve, from Papa. He keeps me updated about like Aunt Pat and Uncle Bill and stuff. Yeah.
Amazing. What is your romantic life like these days?
I'm currently single. I officially became single from like a situationship in May.
A situationship.
Dude, dating as in like this era is fucked. Oh god, I'm gonna send this to one of my exes too, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, no, I consider myself to have like 4 exes. I still have never dated a woman. It's on my list.
Still haven't. Okay.
I was out, yeah. And yeah, because women scare me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared to date a woman. Men are easy. Men are like toddlers.
But you're inclined to date a woman.
Yeah, I am technically bisexual. So any and all viewers, if you're 21 to 27,
any and all, that's a pretty wide net.
I mean, yeah, I take any gender, you know. But yeah, I've only dated men. I have a string of comp sci guys. That has been my history, apparently.
Computer science.
Yep. Yeah. I have 2 exes that have been computer science.
I
majors.
meant like you had one situationship with the long hair guy.
Yeah, Austin. Yeah, he and I are still friends. He's the ex that I was going to send this
like
to.
a heavy metal dude.
No, he just pirate.
Okay, he's a pirate.
Yeah, he's the one that introduced me to sea shanties, where I go to a bar once a month and we dress up like a pirate and we sing sea shanties and drink cider out of tankards.
Okay.
But it also happens on Wine Wednesday, so I just, sip on wine. I don't really drink out of the big tankards, but yeah, I know a lot of sea shanties. But yeah, so I've had a complicated dating life. I'm being single right now because I realized after my first big, 2-year-long relationship that happened over COVID, I ended up healing and grieving for 4 months, getting back to like a spot where I was mentally healthy. And then it was situationship and hot girl European summer when I did study abroad. And then I was collecting flags a little bit.
What's collecting flags mean?
fucking people of different nationalities.
Oh wow! I think that trip, that summer abroad, inspired Cindy.
No. She tells me because she knew everything I was doing. She sent me with condoms to Europe.
She said, effectively, my daughter has a bigger body count than I do.
Yeah. No, 100%. My mom has seen my sex list.
Oh wow! So you've got a confirmed kill list.
I do, yeah, I do, and it has a chart at the bottom because I'm my mother's daughter. It has a chart organized by the zodiac signs.
Oh wow!
And then the number that they correlate to on the list, and then there's a second column that says "got head?" ?
Oh,
a little bit of like social research to see if there's some zodiac signs that are more inclined to give head to women than others.
Oh wow!
Yeah. This is a lot more information than you probably needed to know about my sex life.
I don't mind a bit. Like as long as you're comfortable with it.
Oh no, 100%. I think it's really funny though, in terms of discussing like, do you remember when I first came out to you as bi? We were at dinner.
God, I don't.
Oh my God, dude. Don't worry, like it's not a bad story. Mom fucked up more than you in this story. But it was when I was still dating my first ex. And he was supposed to come visit and see you. He had like 3 chances to meet you and he never did. But we were at dinner. We were at Darbster, which is this great vegan restaurant. And I think we were just talking about stuff. And I just ended up saying like, oh, like, I'm bi, right? And you're like, huh? You're a muff muncher? You're a carpet eater? Like that was your exact response. And I was like shocked, but I shouldn't have been too shocked because like you say shit that you're very funny. You are very silly. Like I know you had no ill intent, but also I'm like 18 or 19.
You've got your liquor license.
Yeah, like you said shit like that, and I was like, dude, I'm dating the first person I've ever dated. Like I've only have one body under my belt. Like you think I've eaten pussy at this point? Like no. But it was really funny because my response to that was I threw it right back at you, and I was like, damn, I hope you do. Otherwise, I feel bad. Like for your girls, like
sure.
Not girls plural. You were dating one girl at the time.
I mean, I'm not going to have any judgment over whatever
no, exactly.
your situation
Mom's
is.
response to that, though, was, oh, honey, we know by now.
Oh, yeah.
And that was what put the knife, like the nail in the coffin. Because she was insinuating that because I'd been in like a 1.5 year long straight relationship, that I was straight. And that really hurt because she had been privy to, me being in love with one of my friends back in high school and not realizing it until the friendship was over. Just like how deeply the feelings were that were not just platonic, But it's hard to realize, I think, what's platonic, what's romantic. Because I also gaslit myself for a while into not believing I was bisexual because I went to an arts high school. Like it was a popular thing to be bisexual. So I was like, oh, no, I'm just trying to be cool. I'm not actually bi. And so I it took me a while to realize that that I had feelings towards like some women. I have a much broader male type and a much more specific female type. But yeah.
Does this manifest in like different categories on Pornhub and stuff?
I mean, I like the amateur shit, if that answers any questions. I don't really watch that much gay porn. Because I like both people, both genders.
You gotta bleep that actual word on YouTube.
Really? Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. I watch both genders because I'm interested in both. So the straight shit works for me.
I always said that girl on girl.
Yeah, that's very straight.
Well, no.
To watch.
No, I've never had any time for it. Like girl on girl.
You never watched Girl on Girl? You never had time to consume any content that showed Girl on Girl?
I never bothered with it. And I think this came from Chris Pontius, this hilarious saying that Girl on Girl content.
Yeah.
It's like a skateboarding video with nothing but ramps and nobody riding them.
That's funny. I've never been with a woman sexually, and that's one of the things I'm scared of. Is like, what do I do? I need to watch more gay content.
Wow, you would think that like whatever you imagine you would want done to yourself, it seems like that would be easy.
But I'm so much more aware of like giving than receiving. I mean, like I've experienced receiving, but I don't know. Like mentally, it's so hard to picture because it's like I respect women so much more than I do men.
Nice.
I know, yeah. So it's like,
is that a thing about feminism?
No,
That, like,
God,
you
that's a. I think the people that I date, you know, I think I see men as easy. Men are pretty easy, you know. Like if I tell a guy that I want to fuck them, they'll be like, oh hell yeah, you know, like that, pretty easy. With women, it's like I'm not gonna go up to a woman and say, hey, I want to fuck you, because like I respect them a little bit more. I want to be a little bit more like demure with women. I don't know.
I don't know if that's a respect thing. I think it's just more of a reality thing.
It maybe, yeah. I think I just because it comes off so much more as like aggressive and like potentially assaulty or like harassment type territory.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where it's like I'm not worried that I'll be. Ooh, sorry. I'm not worried that like me kissing a random guy at a bar is going to be considered sexual harassment. Whereas if I did that with a woman, like that might make her feel uncomfortable and stuff. And I think it's just like. It's a completely different types of socialization that like men and women have in terms of like, you know, the dating pool. It's like for a guy, if a girl kisses you, it's like hell yeah, you know, whereas like if like unprompted, whereas for women, if somebody kisses you unprompted, that can be terrifying, you know. And I think
you want to be careful about overly general
no,
statements.
of course it is. I don't want to be too, because I obviously like you can't kiss anybody in public without asking their permission. I am huge for asking consent. Consent is sexy. If you want to kiss somebody, ask if you can kiss them. That is hot. That does not cut tension. It builds it. But yeah, no, I have a lot of like overthinking and anxiety about dating women, which is why I'm holding out to be in the Netherlands because I want to date tall, hot Dutch women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You said that you're planning on taking a year off from
right
school.
now. Yeah, I think once I finish my master's, I'm gonna move back home, save money for rent, try to work at a museum, and then eventually, you know, shoot for that PhD abroad.
Is there a museum around here?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. It's great. It's free. It has a great collection too.
Like right around here, there's the big famous architect guy.
Yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright. Yeah. But that's for Florida. Oh my God, how much are we gonna expose where Mom lives?
Oh, I mean, I don't think Mom cares.
True. I mean, so yeah, Florida Southern is in Lakeland. Well, I just meant, well, they can look up where Florida Southern is, and that's where the buildings for Frank Lloyd Wright are. The museum's not connected to the college.
We'll ask Mom. I think that would be the like pretty far down Mom's list of concerns for this episode.
Dude, she knows all of this. I don't think that like.
I think that she's fine with it,
and I'm not that worried about future employers, like. Because I
don't think you have any.
No.
I don't think there's anything even remotely.
I'm pretty chill. Like, because I'm going to send this to my friends.
There's nothing scandalous about anything that you've contributed to.
Especially if I'm going to be working in like feminist spaces and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, no, I would love to work here. I mean, I wouldn't want to live here forever in Central Florida, but like, you know, I think that there's definitely a job opportunity for me here. I'd love to explore it, get a little bit more, you know, work experience on my resume before adding another degree. Because I think that there's a good balance between practical work experience and education. And I think you can definitely overdo one or the other.
You want to have balance.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's good to kind of break that up a little bit, take some time to, you know, heal from burnout in academia, and then finally make the big move across the ocean, move to Europe, and finally pursue that. I finally go to grad school.
Can we pat you on the back? I know that my dad will be big on this. That your graduate school situation is like not only like full ride, but they're like paying you to be a graduate student.
I'm a faculty member at my university. Yeah, at the University of Florida, I'm UF faculty.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
That's so badass.
Yeah.
You're right. We've got a crazy epic family.
We do. It's really crazy. I mean, so that you guys set the bar high. I'm just trying to reach it, you know?
Well, I find you incredibly impressive, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
In every sense. Is there anything that we've not touched on?
We didn't touch a lot about like the practical stuff, which I guess is what we're going to talk about in your YouTube video.
What's the practical stuff?
Well, like, you know, I was taller than Wee Man when I was 6, you know, like the.
Okay, I mean, that's a piece of information that I don't think needs to go into the.
That's fair.
I mean, whatever, I'm not like sensitive about it.
But like, yeah, like I met all the guys that like.
Oh, right,
you know,
right, okay.
like the like steveo shit, you know.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but like that, you know, that Chris Pontius would like you guys would hang out in my backyard, that he put on a little like tutu skirt that I had for like the Camp Stevo video, like movie. Do you remember that?
I don't think Chris Pontius was there for that.
Yeah, he was. I think it was him.
I don't think so.
Are you sure? Wearing the bunny ears and like the little like flower bra and the skirt.
That wouldn't have been for Camp Stevo.
Oh well, it was in the backyard. It might have been Jackass.
All right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think like I have a lot of weird, fun experiences.
I mean, I don't think that really is that big of a deal because you never gave a shit about the Jackass.
No, I
stuff.
didn't.
I mean, you were there on the red carpet for the Jackass #2 premiere.
Yeah.
When I pulled out my wiener and peed.
Yeah,
you
and
were floored.
Papa was furious.
Yeah, Papa was very upset about that.
I don't remember that runway experience.
The minute to win it was a big one.
Yeah, the minute to win it was huge because I remember you were training at our house, and so it was like a big buildup.
Right.
You know? And then I ran onto
that should make it into but that's all the stuff that should go in the main.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I figure like our kind of conversation doesn't need to hit those points. I will say one fun story is that when Mom and I and Eduardo and stuff, when we were at the Jackass Forever premiere that you had flown us out to LA for, but got COVID and so couldn't actually be there for, where we were sitting, it was I was 4 seats to the right of Eric Andre.
Nice.
He was in our row.
And you talked to him about going to the same school?
Mom did. Because
Nice.
I whispered to her and I was like, oh, that's Eric Andre. Like, I went to the same high school as him.
Yeah, he's so cool.
And so then she turns around and like says, oh, hi, you went to the same high school as my daughter. So she just starts talking
and he
to
had
him.
just been so friendly and
He
awesome.
was. No, he was amazing. He was so cool. And I wanted to kind of like get a picture with him. But
Did you not?
No, I didn't. I got a picture with Tyler the Creator and
There you go.
Machine Gun Kelly at
Cool.
Jackass Forever.
Oh, there's another one when I introduced you to Demi Lovato.
Yes.
At the age that was like
6.
really important for you.
Yeah. No, it was huge for me. And then I got to see her again when you got me and Papa free tickets to her concert with Nick Jonas.
Yep.
And so then I had a printout picture of the picture of me and her when I was 6.
Yeah.
I was wearing like an American Girl lookalike dress too. I was a baby, but she signed it. So I have her signature on that too. Yeah, I've had a lot of cool like famous people experiences, and like Shane Dawson FaceTiming me during my first week of high school when I was on the train back home. That was crazy.
You're right. You're filling in some gaps that we needed to discuss.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Feel free to edit this out, but like, because I don't know, I don't want to put other people's business out there. But I think one of my favorite stories that I'll like tell some of my friends and stuff is like at the Jackass Forever premiere when I smoked a blunt with Preston Lacey and Dave England after the movie, and I was 20, but I was getting served alcohol, and it was awesome. But at that same party, I found a female producer who had worked on the movie, and she and I talked about girlhood and like gender theory, and I got her number. I have her phone number.
Shauna?
I think so. I'd have to like check my phone because I have her like in my contacts. I never reached out, but
she's like, I call her our Jackass mom.
aw, that's well. She was like, she seemed pretty young. Like she seemed at least like maybe in her 30s or something. So she's not like in her 30s or 40s. I don't know. But yeah, no, she recommended me a book, and like we talked about gender theory, and then I smoked a blunt with Dave England and Preston Lacey, and yeah.
You know what? I don't think there's anything terribly controversial about that.
Cool. Because I don't know how public they're. I don't know. People. I don't want to like put people's shit out there. I'm very open talking
Preston
about
was
my.
on TMZ for marijuana.
Really?
And it was one of his proudest moments.
Oh my god.
I believe.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun experiences, which is why I consider myself a baby, a tiny bit of a nepo baby.
Okay. Yeah. What other fun experiences?
Well, I mean, I've been to LA so many times because of you. Oh, but we were talking about Minute to Win It. I ran onto the stage where you were doing the Minute to Win It, and I hugged you because like Mom and I were so stressed.
Was that part of the show?
Yeah. It got into I got
cool.
a name card. That's one of my proudest moments.
Cool.
I've shown that to like everyone I've dated. Like I've shown that to some of my friends. Like
I'm such a douche because I asked that question because I'm like, oh, sweet. So there's footage that I can.
Yeah. No, but it's okay.
exploit.
I have it saved in my. I have a folder on my YouTube account saying my claim to fame.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because like remember when you did the promo for Fantastic Four with David Dobrik in LA, and that was when I was you flew me out alone to visit you. Yeah, we were in his 4th ever vlog.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so I'm in the background with my orange hair after the failed dye, trying to go blonde. And yeah, I'm just in the background, like on the stairs while y'all are like laughing, but I'm in it. I'm in the video, and I've shown that to some of my friends. You know, like, oh, I'm in one of David Dobrik's first vlogs, and like.
I seem to recall that trip. That was the one when I made you hike all the way up to the highway, the Hollywood sign.
Yeah. That one was crazy because.
And I took you surfing.
Yeah. And I got a bunch of free makeup and stuff, and like, it was a fun experience.
And in Los Angeles, whenever they're filming like a TV show or a movie, like some big production, like generally like when there's celebrities involved, or if it's like a show, something that wouldn't be known, what they do is they give that production like a weird title.
Yeah, code name or something.
Yeah, code name.
Yeah.
And then like they have these yellow signs with the code name on it to like kind of direct like the crew and
Right.
the cast to be able to get to the location. It's like you'll see a yellow sign with a weird
and
name.
so we ended up sneaking on to a bunch of different
Right.
stuff.
So when you were visiting, I was like, we're driving around. I see one of these yellow signs. I'm like, hey, Cass, check it out. What that sign means is that they're filming something really cool, and they gave it a weird name. Like, let's go check out what it is. And so we would like go.
Yeah.
And there was like some movie that had the Harry Potter kid, Daniel
Radcliffe, and that was a really cool indie movie. I ended up finding it later, where he ends up like dying at sea or something like that, and somebody finds his corpse.
We were hanging out, and they
were
had
bodies, the dummy bodies, and then the other one we went to, I think, was a set for Bones, like an episode of Bones. Yeah. No, it was super huge. Like I remember feeling like so cool, and we got the indie film for Daniel Radcliffe was very cool about us being there. Like they showed us like the set. They were really awesome and chill. When we got on the Bones set, they were like, "You got to get the fuck out of here! Like, who are you? Like, what are you doing?"
I was like, "Yo, dude, trying to give my niece an experience over here."
And he was like, "Yeah, not on this set, yeah." But it was a fun time. And then you had been surfing for a while at that point, so you got me a surf lesson in Malibu.
Yep.
And that was pretty fun. You also took a video of you like pissing into the ocean while I was like riding a surfboard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one was fun.
I'm a peer.
You are. You do like to whip your dick out during family events. You're because it's funny because a lot of people have that like one crazy uncle. Like everybody has a crazy uncle, like a weird uncle. My crazy uncle just happens to be Steve-O.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that visit was fun. I think like you and I were super close when I was really little.
Yeah.
And then once I hit the awkward puberty, mental health, oh my God, what is happening in my life? Like I think you didn't really know how to handle that or like how to handle me because I was also hypersensitive and like you're very jokey. Yeah. You need people to have a backbone so that way they can understand your humor.
I don't know
a little
that
bit.
I need people to have a backbone.
But just not take things too seriously, It's
not that I need anything. It's that
you're not going to walk on eggshells around people.
It's not even that, I don't think. It's that, like, I would inadvertently hurt your feelings when, like, I wasn't trying to...
No, of course not. And I think I had a harder time... Because I think, like, there was just so much happening in my life that was triggering. And I think you would accidentally...
I think you withdrew to an extent, and I think I got scared of interacting to an extent.
100%. And I think that... So that meant that we had a little bit of a...
we
sensitive. I think it was just like, but like you'd still try, like flying me out when I was like 14 by myself in the midst of the trying to figure out what our relationship is. That still did a lot. And then by the time I was 18, we started like you started treating me like an adult, and I was a lot more healthy in terms of not being triggered by everything and realizing that like you still care a lot about me and that you're not trying to hurt my feelings and
for sure.
And I think that did a lot. I mean, I also think that like there were other people that helped our relationship improve. But I think as adults, like you're really good with kids and you're really good with adults. I think that weird in between phase is a little complicated.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're really great now. Like we're super chill now. And I remember crying every time you would leave when I was a kid because I missed you. And
that makes me feel good.
I had this I had this revelation.
That's a fucked up thing to say.
No, I mean, you were well loved, and like I felt how much you tried, and like you really were my little like ally, my buddy. Like, we were besties. And
I love too that nowadays, like we'll call each other.
Yeah,
like, hey,
and like
what's
I'll
up?
watch your content. Like whenever you're excited about a video, and you'll send it to the family group chat or whatever.
Oh, you know what I didn't say this whole time?
What?
Is that this is my first effort at recording a podcast without any help from my crew.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
And the one mistake I made is I didn't format the card on the audio recorder. So when I just looked down and saw, oh, it's not recording anymore. Thank God we had a lot recorded.
A lot. We talk a lot, yeah.
But it cut off at the point when you were saying that you cried when I left, and I said, like, "What?
You were like, oh, like that makes me
happy." And
happy
then I
to
said
know
how fucked up it is that it's like me saying about my dog Moon Pie that my favorite thing about her is her separation anxiety.
Well, but it just means that like you know how much you're loved. Yeah, exactly. And I think we all, to an extent, want to feel loved and appreciated and valued and stuff. And then I had mentioned that I had this revelation, and I remember thinking about this so clearly because of your visits. I came to this conclusion that it's easier to leave than to be the one that's left. So it's easier when we're visiting you in LA and to be the one leaving than it was for you to visit in Florida and then to for you to leave. Because like you would come into my world for a few days or a week or so or whatever, however long you come to visit. And then you would leave and suddenly my world was blander. It was like it was like less colorful. And so it always was more sad. So I don't know, like I just remember thinking that it's easier to be the one leaving than to be the one that is left. Yeah. Which is deep thoughts for like an 8-year-old, you know, like I think that's pretty deep, but no, you were a huge, huge part of my life. And we have all these amazing videos and like content and stories that, you know, we're going to talk about on your main channel and stuff. But I think you're a phenomenal uncle and you definitely are much better than the average uncle and it has nothing to do with you being steveo.
Well, thanks. I love that. And I think we have a great relationship now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm tremendously proud of you.
As am I. I'm very proud of you as well.
You had one other story you wanted to tell about when you said you wanted to get a tattoo.
Yes, yeah.
And I gave you a very anti-Steve-O lecture about that.
Yeah, I think you talked to me as if like, oh, like don't do the same mistakes I did, you know? Which is very sweet. And it's like...
I always try to talk people out of their first tattoo.
Yeah.
Like as a tattooer,
really?
I will not give someone their first tattue.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends with tattoos and like a lot of friends that like we get more. Like I got 2 this year, but I only have 3 total. But I was 16. I think we were watching Toy Story 4 in LA with Dill and Mom, and we were in line to get like concessions.
I remember this.
Yeah, and I told you that I wanted to get like flowers or something. Like I wanted to get a tattoo when I was 18. I didn't know what it was going to be yet, but I really wanted to get a tattoo. And you told me, "Don't do it. You're gonna regret it. Do not get a tattoo when you're 18. Wait just a little bit longer if you want to get a tattoo." And I was like, meh, like you're one to talk, you know?
Right.
But I ended up getting a tattoo when I was 18. To be fair, I was like 18 and a half. I wasn't like purely 18.
What was epic about it is that you got it with your mom.
Yeah, with my mom and Skylar, my sister.
Cindy and you and Skylar got a tattoo. And then I joined the boat and we all got the same tattoo.
Yeah, we all have the same tattoo now. And it's something that I came up, like it was something that happened during one of my biggest mental health crises when I was 16. And I was like, Mom was taking me on a nature walk, like a forced nature walk, because I was like in my deep depression moments, you know. And I was telling Mom how I really wanted to get a tattoo. And she was like, God, just make it something positive. Like, make it a good tattoo, you know? And I told her, that's funny, something positive. Because I was trying to think of like some type of phrase or whatever. But anything that's well known is not going to age well, you know, like live, laugh, love and all that shit. Like it just ages so poorly, you know? And so I think that I had come up with just something positive because it's funny.
Well, yeah, and like...
it's positive.
The meaning is that no matter what terrible situation you're in, no matter what, like there's something positive to glean from it.
100%. There's always a learning lesson and there's always growth that can happen from bad moments.
When we're catastrophizing. Yeah. Like you got to find something positive in the circumstance.
100%. And so this was right around Mom's 50th birthday when there was some family drama with Papa. And Mom was like, let's get the tattoo. Because Mom was never going to get a tattoo. She always said that you had enough for the both of you. Yeah. But finally she said, let's do it. Yep. And so then we got a tattoo and it's in my handwriting. My handwriting is on all of y'all. Yep. And it just says something positive. Yep. And you and I are the only ones that have it just like written across.
In one line.
In one line. Skylar has it like on each of her wrists. Stacked. And then Mom has it stacked. Yeah. On her right arm. And you have it on your right arm. I have it on my left. So we all have it a little bit different and unique, but I love it. And I still love it, even though I'm 22 and I got it when I was 18. Yeah. So, I mean, I had been thinking about it for at least a year and a half before I got it. So I will say, if you're going to get a tattoo, think about it for a little bit and make sure the idea...
Just get something positive.
Yeah, just get something positive. Join our family tattoo. Might as well, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think, you know, have intention. Don't just go get a random tattoo.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Cass. Well, I love you. I'm proud of you. And thank you for doing this.
Yeah. And I'm excited to keep chatting with you, and I'm happy you're here.
Here's a weird thought that I have.
Yeah.
Like, are you active on Instagram these days?
I am, but I'm gonna stay private. I'm gonna stay private because
I was like, do we like? I was thinking in the back of my head while we were talking, like, ooh, do we put Cassie's Instagram on? I feel like if people want to track you down, they gotta like.
They have my old YouTube channel when I was in middle school.
The barrier for entry has to.
It is, and I think I learned this.
You don't just give them your contact.
Yeah, and I learned this when I was like 12, and I forced you to tag me in a post. because I wanted to get the clout for school, you know?
Yeah.
To be like, guys, look how many followers I have. And I got it, but it was a bunch of middle-aged men sending like unsolicited dick pics to me as a minor.
Oh my God, is that what happened?
It is. It did.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I hate that.
It was a learning lesson. I mean, it was maybe like 1 or 2 unsolicited dick pics before I like blocked everybody and deleted Instagram in totality. But
that's so harsh.
I mean, I think it happens to to a lot of women, regardless of like the situation. But yeah, no, there was a few creepy people, but it was all just like people I didn't know, and so it felt weird at the end of the day. And so then, yeah, I just learned, you know what? I barely use Instagram anyways. I'm just gonna keep it to my friends. I think you still don't follow me. No, because I have deleted it and re-downloaded it a few times.
Yeah.
So I think you're just like,
I
you
was
delete it.
not by choice. I don't think I've been able to keep up with which account is.
I'm gonna force you to follow me after this, though. You're gonna
love
have
it.
to see little like I think I
love
do
it.
a post around every 2 months with just like a drop of what I've been up to.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm not even that active. So yeah, I'm sorry, guys. You can't follow.
Please know that I'm not
God, dude.
following you by like deliberately.
I am a little bit older now than when I was 12. I know that this is not a deliberate act of haha against Cassie.
Yeah.
No, dude, you're chill. We're good, and that's why I'm gonna, if I care, I'm gonna do something about it, and I want you to see what I get up to. As a grad student, yeah, I want you to see the fun things of my life, and if I end up dating anybody, you'll get to see it.
There you go.
On socials.
All right. I'm gonna say this. Please don't be mean in the comments. Okay? I know my sister and my niece are gonna be in the comments. At least don't be mean to my niece. I know there's no telling people not to be mean to me. I really want you to know that this journey in the new RV, like maybe that's what I bought this RV for, more than anything. It's just to be out in nature and working on my mental health. Yeah. With that, this is the first podcast of the new year. Thank you to those of you who stuck around. And do give my niece some love, man. I love my niece. I want to protect her, and this is scary putting her out there like this. But I love you too, and I wish you the best in the new year. Thank you.